up, everybody? We're moving. Now, we decided to have this conversation on the podcast because there's so many layers of hilarity to this. But where does it all begin? Okay, I'm depressed.
Oh, that makes me so happy to know that. That makes me so happy.
I am. Are you?
No,
I
wasn't until I got a text from you.
Well,
he's way happier.
I'm depressed.
Now that he knows you're depressed, he's way happier.
Hey, Andrew's gonna take you up with him, but he also gonna take you down with him.
We're going down with the ship, baby. Hold on, Grace. Wait, what's her name?
Rose?
Titanic.
Rose.
Whatever. No, it should have been Grace. Fuck's name's Rose. Stupid. You know what I mean? Anyway, so yeah, you know. let's
Yo, I never seen that look like this.
It is what it is. You know what I mean? We out of here. We're moving.
All right. Well, okay.
Okay.
Can we lay out the timeline of events?
Okay. Timeline of events. We have this. We work our asses off on Netflix.
Yeah.
We have this amazing reception to the Netflix special. Everything's awesome. I go to Hawaii. I go on this amazing vacation. Everything's great. I know the depression is gonna come.
Oh, you're aware of it.
Oh yeah. Every time there's like you have this like monumental achievement in your life. It could be you're in high school and you're training for a marathon or something like that, or a race, and then you finally win the race. Afterwards, you're like, down for a little bit. You know, it's just part of it. There's ups and downs. You like your happiness, all the happiness you're feeling in that moment. It's almost like drugs, right? It's like taking like a lease on that happiness for from tomorrow or whatever. So I gobbled up all that happiness, and now I got to pay the piper, and that's fine. Is what it is. Doing my best, you know. My girl said that we had a whole conversation. I was asking her about like real deep stuff that happened to her and like her family, her life. And she said, I've never seen anybody less expressionless during a traumatic conversation.
Less expressionless?
Just like this. Okay. Like, word, that horrible thing happened.
It's like Akaash when you said you'd almost drown. It's like, whoa.
Oh, yeah. Whoa.
That's wild.
That's wild.
That's wild. I was like, everybody almost drowned. Motherfucker, I almost drowned. Let's see what this story's about. Then when he said it, I was like, son, you almost drowned.
No,
yo.
you said that's wild, bro.
No, the first time.
You didn't care.
Yeah, I didn't give a fuck.
You
The
didn't
first
care.
time. Yeah,
Exactly.
Schulz almost died. Don't that sound like some shit he would say on the way here? Yeah, I almost died. A fucking truck honked its horn at me.
So,
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a good ass point. Actually.
That's why I was like, that's wild. Let's hear the story before I give him emotion.
Yeah.
Then afterward, I was like, yo, this motherfucker really almost died, yo.
and then you had no emotion to give.
Yeah.
I was out, bro. I was
Yeah,
out. Man, I'm
out.
gonna tell you something. After this week, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I'm so happy I gave you nothing. I wish I did pay for the gift so I could return it.
Needed it. Yo, you know what's funny? What was he just saying about gifts in Indian culture?
Oh yeah. So he was saying that when you give gifts to someone in money, you don't give them. You only give them in odd values.
Is zero odd in India?
I think if you had to guess, it would be odd.
It would be odd? Okay,
That's
just making
convenient.
Sure. Just making sure you're being consistent.
Okay, man, I am who I am, you know?
Fuck. Okay, so look, I went out to dinner.
Socks.
What?
How do you give socks?
Socks?
No, I think it's monetary value. I don't think you give someone 3 socks if that's what you're saying.
Oh, all right, just making sure. Here you go.
I don't thought any gift.
Hold on.
Every gift had to be odds.
Hold on.
We're having twins. We gotta abort this motherfucker. We're not having even value kids out here.
That's why they add the third eye.
Oh shit!
Maybe that's why they wear sandals.
Oh
You could be right.
yeah.
You can't possibly give socks.
That's a good ass point.
Whoa, we figured it out.
Yo, that's
How
a
you
good
give
point.
sandals?
That's why all their kids are born with extra limbs and shit.
It's gotta be odd.
Yes.
Oh my lord.
That's
We
why
figured out
Akaash
your
got
whole
one pair of
culture.
jeans.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
100%.
Oh, he's up to 3 now.
Is he
He went
three?
from 1 to 3.
You gonna let him just tear you apart like this when we moving?
Why would I get 4 pairs of jeans, guys? He's
Yo,
right.
But how you gonna let him talk shit when we obviously
Because
moving?
he's going through it too. I'm going through it with me.
I'm nervous. I'm nervous.
No, I saw as soon as he said we moving, I saw Al's eyes.
I'm just normalizing it. I'm just slowly throwing it in just a little bit. You know what I mean? I'm like Trump storming the Capitol. I'm like, we have to make a power move. Okay, New York is shut down. There's nothing we can do. We have to be powerful. We have to show strength.
We're gonna demonstrate on the beaches of Miami.
We out of here! Yo,
All right.
okay.
All right, finish your stupid fucking story, you fucking piece of shit loser.
So I go out to dinner, right? First of all, you can't find any place out to dinner. There's barbarians.
Oh my God,
it's
dude.
barbarians. It's barbaric. They're barbarians, bro. I was biking. I'm biking on my motorcycle, right? My Huck motorcycle. This electric and got pedals, but it's a motorcycle. Okay, it's fire as fuck.
Yeah,
on
right.
first and second gear. I don't even fuck with the third gear. That shit is way too quick.
turbo?
That turbo is crazy.
You don't
When
wanna
I
burn the
release
street?
When I release the gov, if
Oh,
I gotta
shit.
pass somebody and I hit that no governor button, the S.
The city makes you repave the roads and you fucking tear up.
It's like
Torn up, bro. Torn up.
it's like Gone in 60 Seconds where he hits the nitro.
Nitro out. We out of here. Eleanor. I call her Eleanor. I call her Eleanor, bro. That's what it is. It's that GT Cobra. Okay, that's Shelby. This 4 verse Ferrari. That's my Huck cycle.
He got that Nas on it. son.
I do have it, bro.
Did you say the schnoz?
I got that shot.
I think you said all right.
Hey,
Ready? Just pile on while I'm fucking suicidal.
that's wild.
Killing yourself, bro. Crazy.
Oh, we're having
dude.
too much fun. Maybe we should stay. Okay, so we're riding around. I'm seeing people that are eating out in the cold. It's 30 degrees.
Yeah.
This was during the day. We were just riding around seeing, like, where are people eating breakfast? Like, what's going on? They're eating out in the cold. People are getting soup. Their soup is getting cold on the way. Not gazpacho, right? They're actually eating, like, hot soup, tortilla soup. It's getting cold on the way to the table. They're sitting out there freezing, right? I'm like, what the fuck? This is barbaric. Go home. I'm literally just telling people, go home while I'm on the bike because I can go.
This is Saturday, right?
This is Saturday, right? We decided to go out to dinner, and I'm asking my boy Laurent, who got all these connects. He's got like this concierge service, you know. Shout out to Laurent. I should remember the name of your service so I can promote it, but I'm gonna figure that out. Check out Baud Group, BAUD Group. That's my boy Laurent. So, and he usually can do a connect, you know. I'm like, where can we eat outside? And like everything was booked. They had like a decent outside. We ended up going to La Esquina, you know that Mexican spot, La Esquina. Maybe we went, went there back in there. They did their best, but you're still freezing. You're eating like 40, 50 degrees, right? They got a little fucking heat lamp on top of you like you're a lizard, and you're just sitting there freezing your fucking ass off eating tacos. I'm like, what is going on? I'm like, the no indoor dining, to anybody's listening, there's no indoor dining in New York, right? It stole the soul of the city.
Yeah.
Especially in the winter. In the summer, we're fine. In the fall, we're fine. In the spring, we're fine. You can walk around. You can go to parks. You can do things. New York, when it gets cold, is uninhabitable. It's uninhabitable. It gets too cold to survive outside. You will die if you're outside. You can't just walk around. You will die. You need a heavy-ass jacket. If you're homeless, you need to go into the subway. Like, if you are outside in the street, it gets that cold. So what do? We would have these amazing bars, restaurants, nightclubs. There'd be all these things we could go to where we could communicate with each other. We could be around each other. We could feel that, like, that cultural, I don't even like calling it a melting pot. It's like fucking pinball. You know, you see these different cultures smashing into each other and create these amazing places. And it's just like, it makes the most amazing city in the world. The second you take away indoor anything, you killed it. You kill the soul of the city. We should storm Cuomo.
Well, we don't
and
pinball
fucking,
because we're in,
and De Blasio. We should storm them. We should storm them, bro. It's unbelievable. You killed it. You took away the soul of the city.
there's no pinball because we're not out.
Exactly.
We're just all inside.
Bro, we
We're
went
just
for
looking
a
at
walk.
the pinball machine.
There's no what is pinball without the whatever? It's those stupid kids. They played it. Jacks.
Marbles?
Marbles. Yeah. We don't want to play marbles. You know, the point is, we're out here, and I'm literally just going like, oh my God, like we went for a walk. My girl and I went for a walk. We're like, when we get cold, we'll pop into a store.
Nothing.
Bro, in order to go into fucking North Face, there's a 20-person line because everything's socially distant inside. You've crippled being able to be outside. Now you're locked into, now we're back in quarantine. It's no different in terms of our ability to operate. We can go out to go to the supermarket, but then we're back inside, and being outside is too fucking cold to do anything. You've killed the city.
Yeah.
So we're moving to Miami, baby. So I got this idea. I was like, why don't we look into
When can I tell my side?
this is
For the
really
listeners
fun.
also, this is the first time we've ever heard this plan.
Oh yeah, this is the first time everybody's heard this. We decided to talk about it here. So I start going, what if we just went for January, February, March, right? We're going to start, I guess we should tell people now, we're going to start hitting the road again, doing stand-up again in March. It will be cool. We'll announce those dates and that kind of stuff, get that back going. But if we would January, February, March, we went down south to places that are actually open where we could live life and we could enjoy obviously nicer weather, but more importantly, enjoy like being around people, enjoy going to a restaurant. You know, like that's how we fucking socialize, right? And we do that for the next few months. And by the time April comes around, it's warm enough to live with these unrealistic expectations that the bullshit fucking politicians of New York City have put on us. April, we can eat. April, we can do this. So I tell the guys, I text you all, what do you think? You know, Austin or Florida? And then, Akaash, you text me.
Well, let's start on Friday.
Okay.
Friday, Andrew's still complaining about all the tax money he paid.
Yeah.
He's like, why do we do this? We should go to Florida. We should go to Texas. No
That's
state
a part.
tax.
That might be part of it.
No state
it's,
tax.
who knows about that?
No
you know what I
state
mean?
tax. And I'm like, yo, I'm a Southern boy. Mark is a Southern boy.
Yeah.
This is an exciting idea. I asked him Friday, I said, how serious are you about this?
What'd I say?
I'm not. Like,
That's not true.
I said we'd have to wait a couple years at least. He said we had to wait a couple years
No,
at
I
least.
never said that. Let's go to the text. I never said
No,
anything
no,
about
this
a
is
couple
in
years.
person. It's right here. Right
No,
here in
I
the
never
room.
said a couple years.
Yeah, my girl got to finish business school.
I might have said that.
How long is business school?
I might have said that.
Couple years? Girl got
One more year.
This is before he had to cry outside of North Face.
He,
Yeah.
he legit says it's not that serious. So I'm like,
It
all right,
wasn't that serious
fine.
at that point.
I've been looking at apartments. I'm coming back to the city for months.
Let's go.
We finalized a deal on Saturday. Because I'm like, we not going nowhere. Let's go. Fucking fire the torpedoes. We in this bitch. Sign the lease. I get a text from Andrew an hour later. Boys, we're going down south.
Yeah.
I'm like, this gotta
Yeah,
be a
baby.
fucking joke, right? This gotta be a joke. He keeps texting.
Bro, he
so
said
then I
the
text him.
apartment is beautiful. It's
Beautiful place.
No
With the-
point in
with the
moving
skate park?
anything in, but it's fucking beautiful, bro. It's absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, is
Yeah.
that the one with the skate park in it?
No.
That would
Couldn't
be
afford that.
expensive
But-
ass storage, bro, for you.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, you have a storage unit.
So I text him,
Yeah.
how serious are you about this?
Yeah, what'd I say?
50-50.
And then
Yeah.
what else I say?
I don't remember.
I said I'm going out to dinner tonight. It
Oh.
could bump up.
No.
Uh-oh.
He said that yesterday. Then Sunday he texts. He texts another, we're going down south text. Nobody responds.
Yeah, nobody responds. There wasn't a lot of enthusiam in his group text.
Okay, well, we don't know what's real.
After 6
I know,
hours.
like,
Pieces of
who's
shit.
gonna respond to you?
What does that mean?
I'm the boss. You're supposed to respond to me. What's happening?
There's an insurrection. We're forming a coup.
we storming
Censor him! Censor him!
We know,
Okay.
we know you, son. So
When
we're
have I
like,
said a crazy idea and it hasn't happened? Name one. Name one.
Friday. I'm not going anywhere.
Hold on.
how about just about everything you say? Oh, I could be the lineman. Oh, I could do heart surgery. Oh, I could be like everything that comes out of your mouth.
That's I could. If I said we, then we do it. I don't put that on y'all. Y'all can't do that. But but when I say we, I have to take things seriously.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Lowest common denominator.
It's exactly whatever he said. Fucking math nerd talking about denominators.
God.
No, but in all seriousness, Mark was on board immediately.
Of course he was.
Yeah.
Okay, guy
He's
lives
just gonna
in
go
Florida.
home. Yeah.
He gets to go home.
This guy lives in squalor in New York.
This motherfucker gets one apartment in Manhattan. Shit's on everything.
I'm shitting on all of you.
You lived in Jersey for 6 years.
So
What do
you know the
mean?
real reason I can't do it? I can't let Akaash have a nicer apartment than me. We can't let this happen. We gotta go down south. We gotta go down south so we can live somewhere else so I can search for a new apartment in New York and then we'll be good to come back.
Yo, I felt like a fucking like I was a prisoner in Secaucus for years.
Yo, he's been working to get to New York.
And I did my bid, yo. I did my bid, and now let's get the fuck out of here. And
Bro.
then the
Out.
second I'm ready to get free, they add years to my sentence. I'm not ready.
Oh,
I wanna go home.
Can you see?
Boom.
By the stars early light.
Boom.
What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming.
Systemic racism. I
Yup,
feel it. I
yup,
feel it.
yup,
I feel it out.
Yo,
I feel it.
yo,
Go! Actually, no, we are going somewhere.
Yeah, you still want to
We are
Going to his house.
Bro, Andrew the kid that like when you're playing like games with him as a kid and he's losing, he just switches up the whole game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I yank it out.
Yeah.
It fell. Okay, so in all seriousness, I was really upset to find out that you were going to lose out on that money.
I think his exact words were, good, now we're all paying double.
Yeah.
That's the message. I was like, wait, what?
Obviously, we got to fucking take care of these guys, you know. But you and I. No. So that's what it is. We haven't told Miles yet. Miles just moved his whole life up to New York.
And guess where Miles is from? South Florida.
So there's two options, South Florida, Texas.
So there's Texas, and then there's
Which I would
Florida.
love.
Yeah, and there's some cool stuff. Yeah. We'll talk more about potential for Austin. Obviously, you know, we know what's happening in Austin. You know, we know about Rogan, what he's trying to do out there, people moving out there, and it'd be great to be part of that scene if that, you know, grows into like a great comedy scene during this quarantine. You know, Rogan and Chappelle were doing these shows at these outdoors venues. It seems like they're really making an effort to do stand-up so for stand-up reasons, that would be absolutely phenomenal. And then I was also thinking Florida, and I'm thinking kind of like Miami area.
I mean, that's a vibe.
It's a vibe, you know what I mean?
And it's a unique move, which has its own cachet.
It's one of these things where
More
like
of an undertaking.
yeah. Wait, what was that?
It's more of an undertaking.
It is more of an undertaking. Well, because just because of like facility and stuff.
Facility and just like there's not. I mean, Rogan is going there and setting things up and moving things along. We would have to be the ones moving things along in Florida.
Yep. Yeah, you're right.
But
And I
Miami's ill.
thought the move is partially to get out of the cold. Like Austin was freezing when we were there.
So for me, the move isn't the cold as much as it is like lifestyle. Okay. Like I want to be able to live life. You know what I mean?
Surf?
I would love to surf.
Yeah.
You know, and I'll be at that surf resort
Okay.
as much as they'll have me. But in all seriousness, like if we go to Miami, there's no good surf in Miami. I'd have to travel.
Winter in
and surf
Texas is like 40s and 30s.
Yeah,
Here it's 30s, 20s, 10s.
But things are open. That's my only
And
concern.
you can go inside in Texas. You can eat inside.
Yeah. Miami is weather, obviously weather, and also restaurants. And, you know, we're in this fortunate situation where not our girls, but us, we've all had Corona. So the things that are most scary about Florida don't affect us, right? What? What's that?
Cubans?
I love Cubans, bro. Why you hate everything brown, Mark?
Yo, those are your people, dog.
Why?
What?
No, we gotta have
What?
Cubans, bro. And
He's
also,
talking about the sandwiches, guys.
Yeah.
oh, that's
Oh,
true.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
trash, true.
With
That
the pickle in there?
sandwich is trash. Yo, real talk.
Huge ass pickle is gross.
Yo, sandwiches are trash. Cubanos or whatever.
just
Cuban
those sandwiches or all sandwiches?
No, those sandwiches are not good.
Yeah.
I never had one.
It's
Why is that a thing?
I don't know. I don't even think Cubans eat them.
So what is this?
I think it's an American thing, and we just called it a Cuban.
It's like
sandwich.
fortune cookies.
That makes. I don't know if that sounds right. I don't
Because
know if
it
it is.
tastes so bad.
You be saying
I think
random
white
shit,
people created it,
but I think no, I can see that. And white people love sandwiches.
and like pickles.
We do love
like,
a sandwich.
Yeah, I love a
pickles
sandwich.
and ham. Like who does that?
Yeah.
That's a good point. Actually, but maybe we just haven't had the perfect Cuban sandwich.
Yeah, we have.
You think so?
It's pickles and ham.
Yeah, that's a socialist ass sandwich, bro.
That is.
That's
Communist
true.
even. Communist even. Okay, so then let's get back to this. Yeah. So we're in this situation where we could go potentially have good weather. In both places, we could live life. We could actually go outside. We could go to dinner. We could go to a restaurant. We could actually do activities.
Yeah.
And we could be outside in nature because it's not too crazy. I mean, Texas wasn't warm, but it wasn't freezing. You know what I mean? You could go for a hike if you need to. You know?
Yeah.
Hike, bro. That shit is fire. Son, with your little ass legs, hike with your hands or some shit. You know what I mean?
Like Donkey Kong.
Yeah, motherfucker can't hike. You would have scaled the fuck out of that wall at the Capitol, bro.
We got 2 for 2 on the racism moment.
How is that racist, bro? Like,
You
video game
called him a
character?
Donkey Kong.
How
You
are
called him
donkeys
a donkey
racist?
and a gorilla.
Yeah.
Kong is Asian.
That's Eddie Murphy. Wait, what?
Come on, that's not racist.
Okay, so what are we doing, guys? That's the question.
I actually talked myself into being on board with either, and I think it's good that you're doing this. I think you got to follow the people that lead the way for you, and I think this is a great move either place because you're basically just doing what Joe Airy Seinfeld did.
Oh, I love that.
I'm the king of New York. I love this city. New York will never die.
No.
I will never leave.
I love it.
And then it turns out you just summer there.
Let's go.
I think it's
Akaash.
really brilliant
fuck I'm
following the
talking about.
footsteps of your leader.
Yeah.
That's what the fuck.
Hey.
Oops.
Oops. Yeah, scoreboard.
Your move, Schulz.
Yo.
I got nothing. Absolutely nothing.
You didn't see this coming?
I did not see that coming. Whoa,
That was really good.
I was trying to figure out how do I
That
set
was
this up
really
so we don't see it coming.
Really good.
I thought you would
I'm
have
still
seen that
down
one.
for either, though. I really am.
know.
It's warm. Whatever. We'll figure out the money. You know I'll figure out the money. You know I'll
I
figure
got
out the money.
nothing. I'm a fucking
You
hypocrite.
got you, son.
But I really am. I really am.
The restaurants are down.
Nah,
I
for
can't
real.
eat my fancy restaurants anymore.
Yo, Seinfeld had a point, okay? We gotta agree.
Ain't that the most Seinfeld ass
No,
complaint
hold on,
ever?
hold on, hold on, hold on.
Literally,
yeah.
one
Think it
restaurant said,
through.
no soup for you. And he goes,
trying to-
I'm out of here.
I'm trying to think.
Right there.
Seinfeld said, I'm never leaving New York while he left New York. I said, I'm not leaving New York.
You
Yeah.
say I'm never leaving.
And then that shit got cold.
And then now.
Hey, it is what it is.
Yo,
That's a different thing.
You just go to
now
get some
I'm saying
cigarettes.
I am leaving.
Yeah.
I'm saying I'm going on vacation. I can't go on vacation for 2 months.
What's the deal with leaving New York?
You're not leaving,
Unfortunately, there's not a lot of deals. Shit's really expensive in Miami and Austin right now. I've been Airbnb in the last couple months.
oh my god.
No, but in all seriousness, that is hypocritical of me, and it is what it is. It is what it is at times. Sometimes you gotta be a hypocrite so you can provide for your family.
He has 2 young dogs that are trying to eat.
I gotta
okay?
provide fine
I
dining
need a
for my
yard.
family.
I need a yard.
Yeah.
Nah, but you know what's crazy about the fine dining shit? This should drive me fucking crazy. You know that museums are open in New York?
Don't even get me started, bro. I fucked up so bad this weekend.
What happened?
So I planned a whole day with me and my girl.
Okay.
I went through all the stages of grief that you went through. I was like, oh, this is gonna be the perfect weekend. It's gonna be awesome. Saturday night we went to like a little dinner, and I was like, yo, Sunday night is gonna be the day. We're gonna this is what I had planned. We're gonna go to the Met, you know, and at like 4 o'clock we're gonna hang there till like maybe 7. Then we're gonna go get dinner. It's gonna be like a perfect day. We're gonna spend the whole day in the city. So we get to the Met. I was like, I don't want to spend 3 hours at the Met, so let's just go there maybe a little late. Our reservation was for 4 because you have to like book tickets by time.
Yeah.
So we get there at 4:30. We're hanging out. We're going through the samurai exhibit. Then all of a sudden, the guy in the back goes, "Ladies and gentlemen, start making your way to the exit because we are closed." And then I had to leave at 5.
You didn't
So
check
you
the
had
hours.
half hour,
Barely a half hour.
which is really more than enough at the museum, right?
Yeah, that's
It's
just a place you heat up
It's just
while you go to the
paintings,
next
bro.
place.
It's just paintings.
Well, our reservations now it's fucking
Nah, but look,
7:30, bro.
No, but look. Look how quick you could be at the
All right. Okay. Okay. That's you.
How you need 3 hours to do that?
We wanted to see Egypt and Scotland.
Not Scotland.
Yeah, they have a medieval Highland
now
thing.
you in.
Oh.
Now you in. Now you in.
We might have to stay in New York for January. No, but in all seriousness,
So then we fucked up, so we had to leave at 5, and I was like, all right, let's just go find a coffee shop, and we'll wait there until our dinner reservation for 2.5 hours.
oh,
We had to fucking eat a hot dog at a stand. That's what we did.
unbelievable.
And we stood out, and then I was like, oh, how cold is it really? You know what I mean? I could withstand some cold.
Can you?
A minute, 30 minutes, an hour, freezing cold.
Freezing cold. And then when you go eat dinner, you're also freezing cold.
Yep.
You can't exist outside.
Yep.
It's unbelievable. You can't go inside for a little break from the cold.
Yep.
They should be shot, bro.
Yo, Seinfeld had a good ass point, bro.
Nah, he was a hypocrite.
Nah.
Oh, man.
I'm not a hypocrite, but I'm really happy that I did not post that video of what Wolf of Wall Street. I'm not leaving. 'Cause I was so close. I was so close in that moment. I'm not leaving.
That
I'm
was
not going
2020
anywhere.
though. That was
Say again?
2020. That was a different time.
Yo, I agree. It's like
Yep.
politicians, y'all should have figured this shit out by the time it got cold.
Yep.
What did we say this whole time? Is like y'all got until November to figure this shit out. Because come November, you can't do it. There's no going to be any outdoor dining. So it is what it is. All I gotta say is if you play that Seinfeld thing one more time, you gonna stay, Al. You gonna stay up here. You gonna freeze your ass off. Stay in your apartment for the next couple months while we're on the beach, chilling. Okay.
Let me get some laughs for that.
Alex is staying. Miles is in.
Let's go.
Miles is in. Everybody.
This shit lit, huh? Really makes you appreciate his genius, his foresight.
Yeah.
This guy saw it coming,
Hey, bro.
yo.
Oh,
Hey,
that
bro.
was so good, guys. That was so good.
Alex, shut the fuck up.
That was good.
Such a like,
You
camera
know
angle.
it was
You
good.
nerd. Fucking dork out here.
camera
with-
dork.
Got 15 layers of clothing on. It's 90 degrees inside.
Hey, bro, he getting
I
ready
dressed
to
for
be
New
warm.
York. Yeah.
He gets in New York.
I'm dressed to stay.
I hate
Look
you
at
all.
you, motherfucker.
I hate you all. Oh, all right. So, in all seriousness, do you guys want to go or not? Not that your opinion matters. But do you guys-
I want to go if we can all live in the same house together.
okay, yeah, that's the other thing. Mark thinks we're getting
Yeah.
a fucking frat house. We're
I
not getting a frat house.
have zero interest in that.
Yeah,
We're doing the real world.
We're not even
That's
close.
deal breaker.
Hidden
Not even-
cameras everywhere.
Not even
Sucks.
close.
Yes. And
Not
it's
even
only
close.
us. No girls allowed.
I will only
Bro,
go.
me and Akash's wife just started being friends again, dude. I can't put her through that. Me just scratching my ass all over the place, peeing all in front of the seat.
Our girls can stay at some other house maybe if they want to go, but all of us in one house. Okay, we turn into a
I
game
will
show.
only go if we live separately.
Nope. One house.
Facts.
We bring in 100 MILFs. They all live in the house with us.
Okay, now we talking.
What?
It's a game show.
Milfs?
I don't know what he's talking about. I'm on board.
Yeah, let's go. We're in South Florida.
Why would you go MILFs?
I
Those
mean,
women are too old
wait,
for
wait.
us.
Let's That's funny. Nah, let's let him work on that one. Yeah,
That's
you
pretty
know?
much as far as I got. I thought I'd
Okay,
get shot down
100
way before.
mils. 100
Maybe
mils.
that's too many, actually.
Son, that's a lot of people in a house,
Yeah,
yo.
that's a good point. Maybe 10. But we do The Bachelor, okay?
Ooh, but MILF.
Yes.
MILF Bachelor.
Yes.
MILF Bachelor.
They all have, like, young kids, yeah.
And we could definitely find 100 Venezuelan chicks whose
That's my
husband
point.
left them.
Let's go.
In
Miami.
Miami, we could do that.
That's my point.
Okay.
Whoa.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
So-
their stomachs are going to be all rippled.
and that's
And then
part
we're gonna
of
have to bring in their kids. It's gonna be a whole thing.
They're going to look like a whale's belly. You ever seen the white part of a whale?
like an accordion.
Yeah, it looks like an accordion.
Yeah. So that's my suggestion. I think that
Okay,
would be. Yeah.
we're not going to do that.
Okay.
We're all going to live separately,
right.
100%.
but
fucking
close,
donuts.
but like really close with like doors that connect.
Yeah, I mean, look. Ideally, we would live in like a cul-de-sac or something, take over community. But we all
Yeah.
need to have our own little space. I think
Yeah.
that's very important, especially for an extended period of time.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not
Okay.
TikTok stars.
So what are we
you
thinking? You're good?
I'm
that'd
on board
actually
if
be
we go either way.
That would be-
I can figure it out.
Okay. You're the only one that
Yeah.
matters.
I'm on board. I'm on board from Miami, not really Texas.
Not even a question. Okay, Mark.
Yeah, I'm like probably 60-40, 60% for Florida, 40% for Texas, 100% to get the fuck out of New York, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, fuck you. So you said that a little too aggressive.
Yeah,
Relax.
it's so cold.
Relax.
I don't have pants that make me not cold.
It
Right,
is.
so get some
It
fucking
should
pants,
be
you poor
illegal
bastard.
what they're doing.
My question
It's
is
criminal.
Why
It
is
is
it
criminal what they're
criminal
doing.
what they're doing? Like here's one thing: is criminal if they were giving them money, like if they were giving the restaurants
Yep.
money, I would feel I'd still want to be out of here so we could have some life, but at the same time, I would feel a little bit better.
I mean, aren't they with the PPP shit?
Nah.
Keep them open.
Nah,
I thought some of that is for that purpose.
Some of it is.
what back in the day?
Not to make
They're
up
doing
for,
another
no,
round
they-
of PPP.
They got another round of PPP.
But it's not like every business just gets a PPP. You gotta like qualify, blah blah blah. Canada just sending out checks to everyone.
Yeah, I know. They're,
That's all you gotta do.
If
they're
you
making them jump through loops, but they are getting money.
And I guarantee you, the big companies are gonna get all the PPP money before the guys who really
of
need it.
course,
That's how that shit gets done all the time.
but all I'm saying is, if you are telling a business they have to be shut down, you have to support them in some way.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's criminal that they're not
fully
doing
on
it.
board with that.
It's unbelievable. I mean, like you see what's happened. Like, and God bless him, man. Portnoy from Barstool. The
He's
money they raised.
fucking. I bought a sweatshirt from that shit today. The Barstool whatever fund.
You cheap fuck. You couldn't just give them money.
Yeah, you
Not-
couldn't
No,
donate
no.
an odd
You
number of
you
money,
gonna
bro.
still make them work for your money that you're
Yeah, I'm
giving
gonna
them.
get I'm gonna get a hoodie.
Yo, this guy,
Why
bro.
not get a
Damn,
hoodie?
you know what shit?
I gave him money. I just
they
here,
got
take
they
the
got
money.
a gift before you.
Say, ain't that fucked up, bro?
Wow.
That's crazy.
Ain't that fucked up,
Wow.
bro?
Damn,
You got
bro.
a gift.
He
I
gave-
got a gift of not having to do anything for your gift.
He gave
I
more
don't
money to
understand how
fucking
this is so hard
Portnoy.
for everyone to understand.
Son, it's unbelievable.
that's crazy.
I was really supportive of taking our jobs out of China and bringing them to India,
Yes.
and I no longer feel that way.
Get out of India.
I
bro.
really don't. We're
Yeah.
gonna take them somewhere else.
Uh-huh.
Hey, God, that's fine. You know what I mean?
Sri
We'll still take their money.
Lanka.
Don't worry
Yeah.
about it.
Sri Sri Lanka. We're gonna make Sri Lanka the new India.
Ooh.
Take that.
Yeah.
Hey,
Take
still
that.
brown. I'm good with that.
Huh?
Still brown. I'm
Yeah,
good
but
with
they
that.
don't fuck with y'all. Whooping your ass every year.
Why
in the
would you
cricket.
not say Pakistan if you
Whooping
don't
your
bother
ass.
me?
Whooping your ass in the cricket. Whooping it. Son. Whooping it. Whoops.
They don't.
No.
Why wouldn't you say Pakistan? That's all you got to say.
I don't believe in Pakistan.
My guy.
You know what I'm saying? Is what it is.
Bro, you are a jot, bro.
Yo, I'm a jot. You know what I mean? I'm a jot. I'm a vindaloo. I'm all that shit, bro. And a bag of chips.
Hey.
All right. But for real. Are we going or what?
Look, I'm on board.
Okay, logistics.
Oh, shut the fuck up, dog.
Fuck up,
Talking
Al.
about logistics.
Forget the camera
Yeah,
angles.
talking about logistics.
How are we gonna do this, bro? You gonna act like you know how to do it, and then you gonna call Zach and he gonna figure it out,
what are you
bro.
talking about, Al?
Okay.
No, in all seriousness, I would rent like a U-Haul,
Okay.
and then I would literally just put everything that we need in the U-Haul. We
Okay.
might have to order some more like cords and that kind of stuff, and then what I would do is take what you laughing about?
Like,
Bro.
I don't think you really understand
saw this
how
coming?
this shit works.
What?
No, I'm not laughing at. I don't
So
understand
we were
how shit
literally
works
gonna
either.
have this guy Zach come up this weekend,
Yeah.
to fix the studio
Yeah.
up and make sure we're up to shape. And what I was basically gonna say is pause on that, meet us wherever we go, and make sure that place is up to shape.
Oh, we lit then.
And
Let's go.
exactly. And then like we would obviously take all the cameras, and what we would do is take a little bit of the
Yeah.
artwork and shit we got in here, and then recreate it, and then buy some fake palm trees and put them in the background.
Cute.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or like some cacti, depending
Flamingo.
on where we go. Dude.
Throw a flamingo in there. Bro.
You know what, dog?
Why is this funny to you, Akaash?
It's such a funny backtrack. Hey, Krista Stephanhope, you want to be king of New York? It's yours for a couple of months.
You got it, Chrissy. You got it, baby.
Bro, no, you gotta go so that the city misses you.
Nah, that's not it. You just got to go to live your life, bro.
Yeah, also that too.
You got to go to live your. You can't live. This is disgusting what they're doing to these people. It's absolutely disgusting.
It is disgusting.
We're incredibly lucky that we're in a situation where we can even like think about doing this. We're so
Word.
fucking blessed. And there's so many people that are not able to even think about this. They're like, nah, we got to thug this shit out.
Yeah.
And it's just criminal what they're doing to these people.
so in
is
solidarity with them.
Yeah.
we got to live our best lives.
That's what I was saying. In
We gotta live
solidarity
our
with
best
them,
lives.
we're going to leave and you guys spend for yourself.
Yeah, and we'll show you what it's like on Instagram. We'll show you what you guys are missing. We'll show you guys. We're
Get
never
push
gonna stop.
notifications.
We're never gonna stop repping New York.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
God.
I mean, what are we supposed to do? We supposed to just break into these places and like open and do it against their will? What's the fine if restaurants just start going, fuck it, we're having indoor dining?
I mean,
Yeah, we could do it.
Bro, someone
I'm
explain this
surprised
to me.
you don't have the connect. Like, I got people that tell me the secret spots.
You were eating inside a beach ball last night.
Yeah.
Shut up.
But then
you
the-
know this guy. I got all the connections.
All right.
A beach ball.
And the night before, I was eating steak inside.
a beach ball.
No,
You
inside.
were in a beach ball.
The
Let me
night
show you the
before, I
picture.
was eating inside. All right.
Right
I'll
now.
show
Big
you the
cat,
place.
big
Why?
cat.
I
Why'd
didn't want
you
to
send me
snitch
a
on him,
picture of
but
you
why?
inside a beach ball? You should be bounced around a marshmallow.
Yeah,
truck.
Son,
in
that shit was
Miami.
lit.
That's-
You really should be in a marshmallow.
Yeah.
I mean, in Miami.
Yeah. I'm on board for Miami.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying, bro. I might be a hypocrite, but I'll take that so y'all can live
yeah.
better.
The secret spot.
That'd be a warm ass
I can
hypocrite.
take. I'm gonna be toasty,
Yeah.
dude. My hypocrisy when I'm on my fucking yard.
Are you
Looking
gonna
at my
be-
dog run around for the first time in its life.
Yeah.
Never ran around off the leash.
Never seen grass.
once. Never once ran around off the leash. And
Fighting
they
for my
love it. To be
life,
honest,
bro.
they love it.
they just go barking at crows.
Honestly, they love it. Just running, they love it.
Just
Outside,
running, bro. Pools of water.
shitting not on a leash, they're gonna be so happy.
Shit not on a leash, bro.
Yeah.
Al, think about it.
Think about his dogs for one
Think
second.
about it. My little Sabi, my little cooks.
Yeah.
I'll do it. For
In all
some.
seriousness, how tricky do you think it would be to build out, not build out a studio, but do a studio in a kitschy, fun way? It doesn't have to look as beautiful, as amazing, and gorgeous, incredible as this,
Yeah.
but like in a kitschy way where we're almost leaning into the fact like this is our Miami.
Nah, if we had Zach and we all hands on deck, we could put it together in a day.
And low key, I would bring your desk. We just drop it in the U-Haul, and then whatever cords we need. I don't think we need the whole console and shit.
Nah,
right?
because the console, that's through the server and shit like that. So we
So
won't
we
be
don't.
able to do that.
So we'll just get new cords
Yeah.
and then just go direct.
Yeah.
And then
But internet, I don't know how that fucking trash southern internet is and
Nah,
shit like
it's
that. but
better.
we
It's
can-
closer to the equator.
This motherfucker.
I think that's how it
I
works.
hate him
No,
sometimes.
because it goes through
I
the.
hate him sometimes, but I love
I
him.
hate it.
Why do they call it Equinet, bro?
I hate this motherfucker, bro.
That's what it is.
I hate
That was
this
really good.
motherfucker.
That's what I'm saying.
That
There's
was
a lot
really
of
good.
reasons.
Equinet was
There's
really
a lot of
good.
upsides, bro.
I
Okay,
didn't
so
know
how
it
do
was
I
good.
handle the PR of this?
He's doing that right now.
Yeah, this is a nightmare. Okay.
All we're doing is handling PR for me.
Are you
On the pod.
Are you gonna be okay
Yeah.
eating at a fine dining restaurant in Florida when everybody's allowed? Like Mark could just go in and sit next to you.
Oh yeah.
Because part of the fun
There's no
is
fancy.
Yeah, I'm wearing flip flops and a bathing
very
suit.
little fancy.
I'm gonna look like
that.
I'm in Pelosi's office, bro. Feet up on the table, wearing a fucking headdress. I don't give a shit.
going through mail.
Yeah.
Right next to you.
So we've already started the Soul House membership so that we can keep my.
Now you gonna get it? I've been asking you to get this fucking shit for years,
My
motherfucker.
girl Ben had it.
Yeah,
It
but
ain't
are
shit.
you gonna get it?
No, I'm just gonna go with her.
I don't
why,
get it.
Why am I going to Soul House without her? That's how you get
Bring
in a
me,
divorce.
motherfucker.
The fuck is you
That's how
doing
you
in
start living.
Soul House?
I wanna go.
You go from Soho House to Solo House real quick. Motherfucker.
It's got hoe in the name, bro. Come on.
Yeah.
Nah, but in all seriousness,
Yeah, we need that, especially if we go down there.
yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, we need that.
I don't get it.
We
I
get
went
like
one time.
No,
and I
it's
thought-
easy. I don't care about those places. I'll be totally honest
Yeah.
with you.
Nah, I do.
And the fact that Mark could possibly go to a restaurant that I go to does bother me a little bit.
Exactly.
But right now, neither of us can go to any restaurant.
That's true.
And that also bothers me.
Yeah.
It's true.
A lot.
Austin's going to have the snooty places. You be on the reservation with Rogan. Mark will be eating next door.
Yeah. Well, maybe you can get a job there.
Dishwasher. Head buzz boy.
Hey, is there a bus boy? Come to Austin. We can't wait to have you for Flagrant too.
What?
I don't know what he said. I think I went Asian and Mexican at the same time.
It's
dude.
Asian fusion, bro. It's awesome.
Dude.
Yeah, they got that
Oh
stuff.
man. All right, so it looks like we're gone.
Yeah.
The real question is getting on the phone and find out how good we can get like lighting and sound
Yeah.
there, right?
Yeah.
I'm not concerned about. We would do inside jokes episodes on the road with the Sonys, just setting it up.
Yeah. Nah, it's easily doable. I have ways that in terms of lighting and all that shit. As long as we bring the cams.
Do we bring
this shit.
some of these lights?
Nah, we
And put 'em on the pole?
Bring some different shit, like some aperture lights are actually better. than these.
Really?
Yeah.
And we have to buy?
Yeah, we'll have to buy.
Expensive?
About 25.
Can't we just rent?
100
2,500. Get two, and I'll cover every space
back as well?
maybe a small one for the back. But we'll be good.
Why
Like,
can't we just
I
rent?
wish we can switch to aperture lights. They're better than this.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa.
No offense.
No,
These
no,
are
no,
great.
no, it's
Yeah,
fine.
This is a Netflix director talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I should have never fucking let him have that credit. Now I'm never gonna hear the end of it. I don't even know what aperture is. I gotta leave the podcast and Google that so I can continue to pretend I know what he's telling me right now. He just said 2,500. I was like, hey, that sounds about right. For that thing, I don't know what the fuck it means.
Aperture was. Is that when we put the water in? What are you talking about?
So he was just
shit is
saying words,
aperture.
bro.
That's aperture.
He just be saying words, and I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. I
So
have
the
to leave
only
that
time
shit.
I can sound like Mark is when we're talking about
Yeah,
this shit. That's the only
no,
time.
we need to cross beam, high
When
beam.
he
So
doesn't- no, when he bullshits, bro, it's like when Mark pretends about movies. Mark
Yeah,
never
yeah.
seen a movie in his life, but
Right.
he Wikipedia's the movie, so he knows the important lines.
I saw Wolf of
And
Wall
he'll
Street.
just say a line. He'll
Yeah.
just say a line from the movie. He'll be like, yeah, you know, E.T. phone home. And we'll be like, yo, who said that in the movie? He'll be like,
E.T..
The kid. All right. So, all right. Hey, Flagrant 2. Fuck it. Y'all decide. We gonna let y'all decide, yo. Should
Yeah.
we go for a couple months down south, live our best lives? You know what I mean? A little change of scenery.
Enjoy some freedom.
Enjoy that freedom.
You know what I
You know what I mean? It's that red, white, and blue.
He
I
started
got my
dressing
Storm
for
the
the South.
Capitol
I know,
outfit
yeah.
on.
Oh,
Right?
he started dressing for the South immediately. I walked in, I swear to God, I saw that, and I was like, oh, we going.
Y'all want to go or what?
you got boots on and shit.
Yo, I'm ready, dude. The real question is Texas or Florida? What is it? Pros and cons. Go.
Florida, pro, warmer.
Warmer. 100%.
Yeah.
More expensive? The
Is
places,
it?
yeah, unfortunately. It is.
You sure?
Yeah, everybody and their mother moving to Miami right now.
But everybody's moving to Austin also.
A lot more land.
Lot
more space.
Oh, that makes sense. I feel like
But I would figure we would stay outside, not like right in
Oh,
the
that's
heart
the
of
other thing I was
Miami,
going to ask you guys. I would prefer that. I wouldn't mind being a little bit outside of the hub
Yeah.
and then have a little bit more space.
Yeah. I'm down with that.
getting
But then
ranches.
also have the studio like super close where we can fucking walk to that. Shit.
Ideal situation, the place that I get, I'll try to have a side, what is it called? Guest house. And then we do the studio in the guest house.
Nigga. For 2 months, gonna have a guest house. I ain't mad at it. I ain't complaining.
Well, it's either we buy, not buy, we rent a
I ain't
studio.
complaining. I
I'm
ain't
just
complaining.
saying, that's best case scenario,
Yep.
right?
I'm fine with that.
Uh-huh. More pros for Florida.
This motherfucker is so tight right now.
Beachfront view, no matter where you are.
Bro. Why is that?
It's very thin.
Oh my God.
So depending on how high you
I'm going with the bullshit because it's
That's
on
a
my
good point.
team. Let's
It's
go.
a very thin state. Depending on how high you go, you can see the water.
Stand up is awesome.
Yeah.
Yep.
Business-wise, I
Miami
think
Improv's
Austin
open.
is the move. Lifestyle-wise, I think
Miami Improv's open. What you mean?
Yeah.
It's open. It's a great club. Great club.
Yeah, one of the best. One of the best clubs.
Great club. Great acoustics. The fucking light and everything.
Yeah.
Aperture
Light.
light.
It's nice in there.
All right, yo, Flagrant 2, man. Let us know what y'all think, man. For real. It is what it is. I wish y'all didn't say that shit about me and Seinfeld.
I knew that would affect him on a deep level.
I really did.
This is my Timberlands moment. Fuck you. Chew on that for a couple of days.
Fuck, dude. I gotta think myself out of this one, man.
Oh, man.
I was thinking so hard how to get out of it. But still, it's fuck Seinfeld on a daily. You know? All
I
right.
get it. You hate what you are.
This guy's crazy, bro. This guy's crazy. He
Bro,
tried to
that
hurt
shit
you.
hurt me, bro.
He was trying to hurt
How
you, bro.
insult me?
You know what hurts me? 1 month's rent for no fucking reason.
2 months, bro.
2
We
months
staying-
rent.
We staying through March, bro.
Yeah.
No.
And that
He got
fact-
the first month rent off, and now he don't even get to use
I don't even get the free thing. You know how much that bothers
Oh,
me?
I
he
thought you
loves
get
it.
3 months
Oh,
off.
he loves a
Nah,
deal.
that's for commercial.
He got 3 months off.
Yeah.
At 3?
Yeah, everybody's 3 months off in
Oh,
Manhattan.
shit. I thought it was only commercial.
No, that's why I'm not even worried about his ass. You got it for free anyway. Now you don't.
Yeah, that's what you get for trying to rip off a poor innocent landlord.
That's it, bro.
Yeah.
A starving landlord.
A
bro.
hardworking, starving
Manhattan
landlord.
Real talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Probably.
got you back.
Probably
He
has
gave me
some
my
farmers
Christmas gift, this
background.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably a Hanukkah gift. All right, let's switch it up, man. Flagrant 2, y'all let us know, assholes, what you think we should do, man. I mean, we're probably gonna do it, but just let us know what you think is gonna happen.
We're going to take a break from New York soon. In the meantime, let's take a break from the podcast so we can talk about sleep. Everybody knows I have trouble sleeping, especially back in the day because I was on a garbage mattress. Pure foam. I slept on my stomach because I'm a fucking sloth. It affected my back. I would wake up in pain every day. I would never sleep well. Well, then I upgraded to Helix. You know why Helix is the best mattress? Because it's customized for you. You go to helixsleep.com/flagrant. You take a 2-minute quiz. You tell them what kind of body type you have. You tell them what position you like to sleep in. Answer a few simple questions. They tell you the best mattress for you. And on top of that, it's foam and springs. So people who have good sex game, you want a little bounce back from that spring? That's what you do. For me, I sleep very well on it. That's what I do. Don't just take my word for it, though, guys. It was rated the #1 overall mattress by GQ and the fucking dorks over at Wired. The #1 overall mattress you can get. And we're going to give you a free offer because that's what we do. So you go to helixsleep.com/flagrant and you get $200 off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows. Again, that is helixsleep.com/flagrant. Just do it. Treat yourself better. Let's get back to the show.
Yo, guys, important note, very sad note, but also positive note. Thankfully, we have some good information to tell you guys as well, but a lot of thank yous to go out. As you guys know, maybe some of you guys already know, Mark's niece was hit by a car. It was unbelievably tragic circumstance. She is alive. She is recovering, but she will be recovering from this injury. Obviously, not only in the near future, but unfortunately, probably for years to come. And I don't want to give too many details. Obviously, that's Mark's family, but we put the GoFundMe up for it. We spoke about it on the Patreon. So many of you guys have been super generous and sharing it. And Mark, I'll let you.
Yeah, no, I just want to say thank you to everyone. Like, thank you to all you guys, obviously, for supporting me and for donating and for supporting my family, and also everyone that's listening that wrote me a message on Instagram, supported through the GoFundMe, everything like that. It really meant a lot to me and my sisters who had never been in this situation, obviously something so traumatic. And then to see this kind of outpouring of love was really overwhelming. So for me and my whole family, thank you guys so much.
That was really good, man. Do you want to try it one more time? Or...
I'm one take, bro. I'm one take.
Nah, but in all seriousness, we're gonna put the GoFundMe. We're gonna keep putting the GoFundMe. Ow, hey, bro. Yo, can't take out
I
anywhere,
killed that
bro.
shit, right? Now I'm in my head. But did I seem sincere?
Nah, you
was
did
good,
seem
right?
sincere.
Okay.
Like you definitely
You seem as sincere as he said when he said, "I'm never leaving New York." Equal levels of
I
sincerity.
meant that
this guy
shit.
really resents
I
me
know.
for this, bro. He resents me for this.
I gotta
Couple
see this
$1,000,
apartment.
bro.
I gotta see this apartment. That shit must be
That shit
fire.
trash, bro. Ain't no outdoor space. You know what I mean?
How much outdoor space you have?
Outdoors. That's some white people shit, yo.
What are
A
you talking
terrace? I
about?
need a terrace?
Yeah.
You need a
Son,
tent.
his family been living outdoor their whole existence, bro. Let
Give
them
us
get
some
inside
indoors,
once,
yo.
you know what I mean?
I
A
battle the
window?
elements enough,
That's
yo.
a crazy thing,
Yeah,
bro.
that's
I
true.
go to India every year. That's the elements.
All right, but in all seriousness, bro, so we're gonna put the GoFundMe. Obviously, we're gonna put it in the description of this episode. If you guys can, we know it's a tough time, but if you can donate anything, I'm sure. Obviously, Mark's family, Mark, and all of us would be greatly appreciated.
Yep.
And Alex Aldea, if you can donate something for Akaash, that would be absolutely great because we know his cheap ass ain't gonna get nothing. So if you could do that, maybe like a joint donation.
Just don't make as small of a donation as you did with that arcade.
Yeah,
Yeah,
odd
so
numbers only.
If
yeah.
you could do like a good donation, Alex, that'd be so great. And then, and obviously Akaash will make sure it gets to the GoFundMe. He'll handle that part.
I'll hire a task rabbit to facilitate the transaction.
All right, let's get back to the show. So your boy Trumpito is gone. They getting him out of here. They're burying him under the jail. How do you feel about it?
Is he gone? And what's the point of impeaching at this stage?
I think
it's
there's a
actually
few
super
things.
smart. Super smart. Okay, so the way that I've been kind of looking at this thing is, obviously, Democrats hate Trump, right? Not only because of his popularity, but because of a lot of his principles go against theirs,
Yes.
right? So they got to fight against this guy who's not even playing by the political rules, if you say, right? So they're out there trying to be all politically correct and everything. And I'm not talking about like using PC language like genders. They're like literally trying to like operate in the way that they are used to and accustomed to operating in politics. And Trump out there like, fuck this bitch.
Yeah.
He's just saying wild shit. So now the Dems are like, well, we got to be wild if we want shit to resonate or else nobody's going to notice. Imagine a porn company. There's one porn company out here is doing fucking anal, coming on faces and other stuff. And then the other porn company is softcore. Nobody's watching the softcore anymore. They're like, well, we got to step it up if we want to get some attention. We don't even want to play that game. So Dems, don't fuck with Trump. Republicans don't like Trump. Yes, he speaks to some of their values, but the establishment Republicans are held hostage by Trump and his voters because those Republicans voters, their voters fuck with Trump. So now if you're an average Republican, you got to kind of kiss Trump's ass so you don't piss off your voters because they fuck with Trumpism.
Right.
So the opportunity for Dems and Republicans to eliminate Trump from the social discourse allows politics to get back to what they've always done, which is pretty much nothing, but continue operating in that way.
Yeah.
So I think what they're doing is if you impeach, you can never run for president again.
Yeah, that's the main reason why they do it.
And there's a bunch of other benefits you get when you're post president. You get like a stipend a year. You get like $200,000, like just like
You get
off
social,
rip.
what is it, Secret Service?
Secret Service for like into perpetuity, like all these other benefits that they're
There's little
like,
financial shits.
yeah, they're trying to just take all this shit away.
I think what they're more than the financial, I think what they're doing is trying to take away influence.
Yeah.
Right? Because if he's off Twitter, he's off Instagram, he's off all these social platforms, and he can no longer run again, he can't threaten to run.
And Parler got shut down apparently.
Yeah.
Or taken off the App Store.
Okay, taking off
Yeah.
the app.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, so we could have that conversation about is this an attack on conservative values or whatever, but like I think the first thing is just like what is the immediate reactions to Trump, right? And I think that if you're an establishment politician on either side, you want that thorn in your side out of here because he can really shake shit up. And if you completely silence him or censor him, whatever it is, now he can't shake shit up in the same way. And they're going to use this storm in the Capitol thing as a way to absolutely bury him, as they should. It was asinine. It was fucking. He's a buffoon for even telling motherfuckers to do this shit. But the fact that he even gave them this opportunity to shut his ass up and remove any leverage he would have had for the next 4 years to get his son in office or to get anybody else in office. I mean, like super dumb move at the end of his presidency. Nobody has bumbled the end of a presidency or the end of like any position of power this badly, I think, in American history.
No, I don't.
I can't think of anybody else.
I don't know. I mean, maybe. I don't know.
I'm trying to think. Like, can you think of anybody that towards the end of their presidency, they were this much of a fuck up?
Like he's gonna get impeached in the last fucking week he's in the office.
I think they can even do it after.
They could, but because of actions within the last 11 days of his term.
Yeah.
That's what he might get impeached for. And it's like, that's, to your point, you bungled this
You know what this
so
is?
badly.
You're in prison. You got a week left on your sentence.
And
you
Shiv
kill a
somebody.
motherfucker or you fight somebody. And then they're like, all right, you're here for 2 more years.
Yeah.
You fucking idiot.
Yeah.
You could have left office, had the Republican Party balls in your hand, and whenever you want to apply some pressure to get whatever the fuck you wanted, just squeeze a little bit. That's what Trump could have done. That guy had 75 million people who fuck with him, right? And let's say he kept 50 million. That's massive. Now,
Huge.
Nada.
And if he gets impeached, he can't pardon himself.
Oh, shit. That's another big one. He can't pardon himself or any of his other cronies that he wants to.
So that's a big thing.
Interesting.
Oh, now it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is like removing any political leverage or capital that Trump might have post-presidency and any like legal ramifications that he can go to like free himself in any way. Whoa.
Yeah. He fucked up.
He fucked up big time.
Fucked up.
Or they positioned it to fuck up.
They
took advantage of the opportunity.
Yeah, but he gave him the opportunity to
100%.
take
He's a
that advantage.
buffoon.
Like,
Absolute
He
buffoon.
never called him off until it was too late.
Yeah.
And there's actually an article I sent a link to that I read and didn't fully understand, but some European allies believe Trump attempted a coup of the U.S. government with help from like feds, like federal officers, which is essentially like, how did you even let them get to the Capitol steps? This is what one, I think, French person was saying that was like, I am in a similar position to whoever the Capitol Police is or whatever.
Yep.
The fact that they even got to the steps of the Capitol shouldn't have happened. Once they got on the steps and started to get in, you couldn't stop it. They never should have gotten that close.
So maybe
there had to be some kind of complicit like understanding. This is tacit understanding is the term they
were
use.
trying to like give him rope to like hang himself.
No, just some European allies think they were all Trump was trying to stage a coup, and he had their whatever, their support. Yeah, let's do this.
I see.
But
which is scary.
Truly stage a coup? I mean, you need some sort of like weaponry to do that, right? You can't just go into the Capitol building and then like hang out with all the congressmen and just hope that they go, okay, I guess the country's yours now.
But if the vote never happens, then Biden is never officially president.
Got you.
They really were trying to actually stop the vote.
So if they stop the vote, then there's more of a chance that Trump could potentially play out his presidency. Yeah. And even if they delayed it, there's probably some like legal way where Trump could go, technically, I'm still president. We haven't verified that Biden is the incumbent.
And you do need to punish that in the harshest possible way to send a message that we're not doing this again. Like that is, in any way, shape, or form, the people that went in there were trying to overthrow the government temporarily or whatever. You're bringing in a Confederate flag. Put aside slavery, which is obviously a very big deal, but the Confederacy.
But let's put it aside though, because we've been trying to do that for a long time.
Yeah, it's about time.
Motherfuckers won't let that happen, bro.
Yeah.
They won't let it happen, bro.
Akaash, keep going.
Come on, bro.
You got
those were traitors.
So long
How
ago.
many water fountains do you have to make?
Yeah, hundreds of years. A lot of people were enslaved.
It's like,
but,
what's going on?
I think we staying up north, guys. I think we're staying up north. I don't like the direction this is going in right
First time
now.
I get the Seinfeld beat right. I'm traumatized by it. What a fucking hypocrite I am. Oh, God damn, man. I get it, Seinfeld. You're not that bad. You're fucking not that bad. What if we go down south and just start comedians in cars drinking fucking Cubanitos or whatever?
Comedians in cars eating Cubans.
That's it. Let's go, baby. But wait, you were saying
But those are traitors. Like the Confederates were traitors. They went against their government, tried to secede and all that, and then you're carrying that flag in. You are traitors. That's just what it is. You have to punish that harshly.
100%.
Can't have this happen.
So the punishment for treason is death.
They brought gallows.
Son,
I'm okay with that. Like,
finally.
duties.
It
Remember when the lady got shot in her forehead?
She got dutied.
She got dutied, right?
Or as we call it, oops.
She got oops and she got dutied. She got
your
oops
term.
and dutied.
It's your term,
Call
duty.
it duty. Well, I don't know. Were we on Patreon for that?
No, but we put that up.
Oh, we did put that out? Yeah. Okay. So she got dutied. Now, you guys were trying to make me feel bad for saying she got dutied.
Ooh.
Then I did a little bit more reading. Turns out these motherfuckers dragged a policeman out of the building, or like he was on the steps, beat the shit out of that motherfucker.
Yep.
I think he died.
He did die.
He died of those injuries.
Yep.
By the way, he was a Trump supporter. Fucking dumbasses that did that. Yeah, nobody talking about that now.
Wow.
So he's getting his ass beat like, yo, I let y'all in for a reason. I'm with it. Go. Her office is last on the left. And then if I'm hearing my boy go, yo, they're beating the shit out of me. They just drag me down the stairs.
That's my call of duty.
That's it. Anybody who comes in a room, it's headshots for everybody. I have no problem with this.
That's
why
what
are we
I
saying
was
that's crazy?
saying. That's what I always say, but motherfuckers were tearing me
I got
up
an
for
email
saying
about it.
they all should have got shot.
You know what offended me the most?
Not
about
all of them. Anybody who broke in after you point the gun and you say you can't come in, you just heard
That's
your
what I
homeboy
mean,
got
yes.
killed by them, same people.
I think anybody trying to break in.
It's
Yo,
the
it's a
capital,
government.
yo.
It's
the
our
capital.
capital. So
Were people mad because they thought it was in
There's
bad
gender
taste?
equality because
Yeah.
there's gender equality. he didn't think for a second. He was just like, all right, she, he, you're there, they, zim, zer, bow.
Gender neutral is click, click.
Boom. All right, but no, go.
Were people mad because they thought it was like bad taste to be rejoicing that someone died?
yes,
It's not rejoice. I'm not happy, but it is what it is. No, you're
No,
you're
I'm not happy. No
one's happy.
Nobody's happy that anyone died. I'm just saying they deserved.
Can I say
They had
something
what
else?
was
The
coming to
punishment was worth the crime, you mean?
It's not about worth because
Right.
that it seems like it's justified. It's just what happens.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
That's
Like
I
That's
think
a better way to
anybody,
put it.
whether you're black, white, male or female, anybody who was doing that deserved.
I would have a harder time
click.
shooting a woman because I'd probably just go like that with one finger and push her back in. That's what I would do personally. Okay, I would take a single finger and just push her in her forehead, and she would just fall back in the door. I wouldn't shoot her. You know what I mean? I think that's the first thing you do. All right, but if that motherfucker that looked like Mark with the tattoos and the Vikings and all that kind of shit,
Yeah.
if he was coming through that window,
Pow.
Valhalla. Is that Valhalla? That's
I
the
don't know, to be
Viking
honest.
thing?
Viking heaven.
Is
yeah.
the Viking heaven. You going to Valhalla.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying, bro. So, important note. This is a lot of people have been saying, let's go over some of like the, Twitter conversations that are happening. We could poke holes, etc. One big Twitter conversation is, I'm sure you guys have seen, where was all this energy towards Chaz? Where was all this energy towards the BLM protests? If Chaz, people are saying this was an insurrection, it was a coup. And it's like the people on Twitter are going, well, when Chaz took over 4 blocks of, what was it? Seattle? When they took over 4 blocks of Seattle, they took over a court building. They took over like
The Capitol, yeah. Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't think they took over the Capitol itself, though, right?
I think it was like the
I think
Seattle.
it was like a park in
it
front
was
of
the
it.
police precinct, but I'm pretty sure they took
It
over
was
like
a
the Seattle
precinct,
Capitol.
But I don't know if it was the Capitol building, though.
Maybe.
But it doesn't matter.
That was my impression. But
Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone
Yeah.
is what Chaz was, right? And they're like, why did nobody say this was a coup? Why did nobody say this was an insurrection? Apparently they did the same thing.
But
They
I
were
think
there.
They were.
I didn't call it a coup on America.
They were like, it's un-American. They're like separate, like breaking away
Separatists
from.
or
Yeah,
whatever,
they were
yeah.
calling themselves, this is our own country.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we were calling it treasonous. I was.
people didn't take them seriously because they were dorks.
Yes.
They didn't have sick headdresses.
And they were kind of met with that same energy.
You think? I
There
think.
was a lot of chaos going on in the streets. Tear gas, all that shit. Rubber bullets. Motherfuckers was getting shot with rubber bullets.
Yeah. I thought that they kind of just let them occupy it. It seemed like that was the policy.
I think it was also lower stakes.
Way lower stakes, and it wasn't incited by the president. I think there's a
Right.
big difference when that happens, right? Like when a bunch of like local organizers go to Ducati Park or Zuccotti Park or whatever it is, and they say we're occupying Wall Street.
Yeah.
That's not as big a deal
Right.
as if the president says, yo, we're taking down these fucking Wall Street guys' heads, wait outside their buildings, and if they come out, do whatever you got to do.
Yeah, and if they went into Wall Street or like the stock exchange and started like trying to fuck things up, no, you don't do that.
Yeah.
You don't.
Okay. They're called terrorists for destroying the property or trying to take over America. This is another conversation that happened a lot. Is like, why are they terrorists, but the people that were burning down cities as part of the BLM protests, why were they not considered terrorists? That was another conversation I saw.
Yeah. So I think to be a terrorist, it has to be like destruction with a political aim, basically.
Right.
Like if you have some sort of like political agenda and you start doing violent shit, you can be classified as a terrorist.
Yeah, that is the textbook definition of terrorism,
Right.
right? It's violence with political aim.
Right. So I think like people that stormed the Capitol, they had a political aim and they were violent.
Yep.
So that would classify.
Yeah, I also think
But BLM, if you have a political aim, I would say that
Right.
they have
yeah,
a political aim
specifically
that we all agree with, right? We want
Right.
equality. We
So-
don't want
Yeah.
black people,
the
but it is a
political aim
political
to
aim.
me is it's not just any political aim. This specific political aim was we are trying to stop the government from moving forward the way it's moving forward and change the way it moves forward
Right.
through our idea of what democracy is. That's what a lot of terrorists are doing.
So this is
Their
where
idea of democracy is different than ours, and they think they're wrong. But so are the people who stormed the Capitol.
Right. Now,
to me, that's terrorism.
Well, I think where it gets hazy is that you have to look at the specific behavior and the action itself. So like when it comes to like storming the Capitol, it seems like, oh yeah, of course that's wrong. But there are certain situations where that behavior is justified. So like if let's say Trump does another 4 years and then at the end of his 8-year, 2-term tenure, he says, I'm not leaving. It would be, I think, at the obligation of citizens to go in and say, nah, you're out.
Exactly.
So the behavior itself is condemnable in this context because we don't feel like it's actually justified due to the nature.
Who gets to decide what's justified or not?
Exactly, the winner does. So like, let's say these people actually like stormed and overthrew the whole shit, and then they won, and they were actually able to somehow.
They're
like,
heroes. They're not treasonous.
They rewrite the history and they go, yeah, the election was stolen. We won it back. They tell their kids, blah blah blah, and then that's how history gets worked. Like when Bolsheviks took over that shit, there was like so few of them. Like
Don't
literally,
use Bolsheviks. Don't use Bolsheviks.
Nobody
Nobody knows what Bolsheviks.
But any any insurrection or coup or revolution starts with like a
Just
small
look at
group
American
of people.
Revolution. The American Revolution was not widely supported by every single American. There are a lot of Americans that were businessmen. There are a lot of Americans who were just on the British side. That was just what they thought was the right thing to do. Even during the Revolution, not everybody was supportive of it.
Right.
But
So yeah.
they won, and then everybody was like, oh, I guess they're heroes, and we got to go along with that.
Yeah. So destroying police cars like this summer, in any situation, I'm like, yeah, that's wrong, unless you believe that the social contract has been broken. So if you believe that cops are not upholding their duty to protect citizens, then you have an obligation to then rebel against the state.
Well, then to your point, to that point, that's what these people believe. The social
Exactly.
contract has been broken.
So which is why I have empathy for like the guy that's like trapped in some rural area that's plugged into like Newsmax, that's getting like all this information, truly believing that all this shit was
to
stolen from
clarify
him.
for any crazy people listening, that doesn't mean you support what they did.
No, of course
you just
not.
understand how they got
I'm
there.
sympathetic because I'm like, oh wow, you got conned. You know what I mean? You thought that you were inside the con, but actually you were the mark the whole time. Like you got duped. So I have sympathy for those people. I think they should still be punished for what they did.
Yes.
But I think their behavior is very different than someone that went in like, okay, I know that this election was valid, that the voter fraud didn't like substantiate actual like electoral turnover, and I'm just gonna go in there to fuck this shit up because I want violence and whatever. Like those people, I think.
I agree with
I
that.
have sympathy to a certain extent. Like I have sympathy for belief, but I don't have sympathy for action.
Yeah, of course.
So it's like you could believe the crazy shit, and I could feel bad for you. Like I could see somebody get radicalized and like think these horrible things, and then I start going, "Oh man, it sucks that you were tricked into believing these things," and I hate that you live in this vacuum that allows only one belief system that you have to kind of believe in order to exist within your tiny little.
If you don't
town.
believe it wholeheartedly, you're a separatist or crazy or whatever.
And
But
they'll
then-
ostracize you completely.
But then you kill a cop.
But killing somebody based on those beliefs is where I don't have any empathy.
100%. Which is why when it comes
Because,
to like,
sorry to interrupt, but like because there is a social contract that exists even within those beliefs,
100%.
which is the cops handle justice. And when you
100%.
take justice in your own hands, you are breaking that contract
And
that
even
you
if-
made with the cops.
I think you can also have empathy and still think that sucks. I see how you got there. You'd still be punished within the harshest measures. Of the law.
100%. Yeah, I like it's the same
harshest
thing.
measures is the punishment for treason is you die.
Well, it depends on if these people were like convicted of treason or like whatever their actual conviction is, depending on what they thought they were doing at the time.
Exactly. So that's the other thing that goes on with it. I don't think everybody there thought that they were going to overthrow the government. And I think that that's clear by the people taking selfies inside, right? Like when they actually got in that position, I think a lot of them were like, oh yeah, we never really knew what we were going to do here. We were just essentially blowing off steam because we're upset that Trump lost.
Some people knew what they were doing.
And those people, you could argue, could be punished. But how do you decipher who those people are?
And I think you just have a case-by-case trial for all the people that
That's
are
gonna be a
involved.
lot.
Now,
but
here's the question.
don't know about
Now, here's the question. Should the same energy be kept with the people at BLM? For example, the vast majority of the people there at these protests were going, we need to make sure that we just protest for what we believe in and we keep it safe and we don't destroy any property and we don't do anything that could take away from this movement. And then there was a couple of people there that violently looted, killed somebody, blew up buildings, caused massive property damage that destroyed businesses. What should happen to those people? Is what those people did treasonous per se?
They should have a fair and just trial based off of the specific
that's just
circumstances of what
breaking
they
the
did.
law.
I guess my point is like the severity of treason in our eyes, right? Brings us to a point of death, right? Like if you commit treason, you die, right? It's really, really, really severe. It's the most severe. Nothing is more severe than death. So can I apply that to the people at the Capitol? And can I also apply that to someone in Minnesota that lit a police station on fire? Am I okay with them dying because of that.
I-
That's
yeah,
where it gets tricky.
When I say harsh as possible, I'm not a death penalty person in general, so I would remove that from my own. But I see what I said, so I don't agree that they should all be put to death.
Yeah.
But 25 years, 30 years, 40
I agree
years.
with punishment.
Yup.
I agree with punishment for crime. We're all on the same page.
Yeah.
But like for whatever, treason, the punishment is death, bro. So it's just like,
Okay.
okay, go Al.
A couple things.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to separate. If you have empathy for them being tricked and actually believing that they're doing something to save America, then how can you not have empathy for them protecting America and taking the actions that they have? Like, how do you separate the two? Because if they truly believe that they're doing something great, like how the American Revolution, we believe like, yeah, we're fighting against British. We were being treasonous at the time to the government that was controlling us. So you
you're
have
saying
to have empathy for the action because they think they're doing the right thing.
the empathy for their action.
For their action, how do you
You have
separate
empathy
the
for
two?
the
It depends on
motive.
what the action is. I think if the action is killing people, then that pretty much in all circumstances, unless it's self-defense,
Let's
that's-
remove
I'm
the
barring
killing
that.
of the cop because not all of them were doing that. Let's
Right.
just say storming the Capitol.
Right. So like if it's like destruction, all the other shit, like they should definitely be still punished for what they did because the action itself is illegal.
So here's the thing,
But I understand from a personal level, I get how they get there.
and that's what you're trying to say. You have empathy for the action. And that's what we were saying last week, or at least it was on the, maybe it was on the Patreon. No, I think it was on the Patreon. The idea is if you truly believe that like you were stopping the most vile human beings on the planet from corrupting a country that you love, it is heroic to put your life on the line to do that.
Yeah.
So you have empathy for that if that's what they believe.
Yep.
That being said, who is the arbiter of that truth? Unfortunately, it's the victor. And they lost.
Right.
So their truth
And literally
is now false.
Rudy Giuliani before, like the day of on the steps, he goes, all right, if we're wrong, we're going to get made fools of. If we're right, a lot of people are going to jail. So let's have a trial by combat.
Oy, oy, oy. Yeah, it's a wild
Literally
boy.
word for word, like
Wild
what he
boy.
says, like the day of. So like,
Wild boy.
Oh my
so these people are
God.
sitting there and they're like, okay,
didn't
we're
know
trusting
that.
the
That's
plan.
wild.
We believe Rudy Giuliani. Like he's never lied to us. He's always been honest. We got to trust him. Then he says this. You go, all right, fuck it.
And that's
Like,
where I would say to you, I can have empathy
We're going
for
in.
the motive to the point even where, I can have empathy for how you did that action, but you still got to be punished. You
Yeah,
broke the
that's
law.
fine. Yeah.
A kid that sells drugs to feed his family, hey, man, I have empathy for that motive. You still sold drugs and fucked up a lot of people.
Yeah.
You
So
got
you get your punishment even though the thing that you wanted might be good.
yeah,
Like,
you break a window on accident, you
or if you
still got
want
to
to move
pay
down
for it.
south
Yeah.
because it's not it might be hypocritical, but at the same time, I
It's
take
for
my
a better
lickings
life.
and then we all have a
Yes.
better life.
Uh-huh.
Everybody else you
Yes.
provide for
Yes.
everybody.
Also,
And their families. So they
everybody's
can enjoy life.
comparing
Thank you
like
very much. You're
BLM
welcome.
with the storm in the Capitol, and I don't know if you can really consider BLM treasonous because they weren't trying to overthrow the government.
Correct.
So I think that's the
That's the
separation.
discrepancy that I would make as well, because BLM wasn't saying, hey, we want to stop America from existing.
Yeah.
And we want to have a different way of America. My understanding of BLM, the protest, was we want the rights we're supposed to have.
rights guaranteed in the
America's lit.
Constitution. Yeah.
We would like to be lit too.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it is the opposite of treason.
So I don't get how you label them a treasonous group.
No, I don't know
Like
where
they can be destructive, riots, all that shit.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. That's where these Twitter
Treason.
conversations.
I haven't heard
Yeah, it's
people
hard to
call
have
them treason.
nuance in 140 characters or whatever.
Sure.
No, but it's not like they're essentially being labeled treasonous. What I think is the distinguishing factor with the Capitol situation is treason, right? Because that means death,
Right.
right? And people are comparing these two, and I don't think they're comparable. I guess for that reason, is most eloquently said, Al, is that they're not asking for something to change in America that wasn't promised,
Boom.
as
Yeah.
far as I can
Yes.
understand.
They want
Now-
the promises to be kept for them as well.
Now,
We can go into
yeah.
the BLM organization. We did it in the Netflix special where the organization itself wanted maybe a more socialist, or people might even say Marxist approach to America.
Yeah.
You could say that is changing America in a way that maybe most Americans might not want to support. But like we said in the special, the marching itself,
Yes. The people out in the street.
people on the street who don't know who the fuck Karl Marx is,
Yeah.
Yeah.
we're just like, yo, can black people not get shot by cops
Boom.
if they don't do nothing bad? Is that cool?
Right.
Boom.
Which
Now,
I think,
yeah.
yeah.
The people at the Capitol, though, they thought, oh, the election were promised fair elections, and then we didn't get a fair election. So now we got to go get a fair election.
Yeah, I understand. Again, I have empathy for the motive.
Did they want it? Did they want a fair election, or did they want their guy to win no matter what?
I think most of them wanted their guy to win, but I think some got duped.
I think they convinced themselves on some level, whether consciously or subconsciously, this was rigged and stolen from us. And you believe the truth that's convenient.
Because that's the only way you can rationalize wanting your guy to win.
Yes.
You tell the stories and the narratives that are convenient for what you want.
Fit the logic to justify your emotion.
Yeah.
So now, can we
Can I say one more thing, and maybe this is crazy, but why it's different to me?
Right, because it's warmer down there.
Can we get a full-size
better.
NBA
Things
jam?
are
Is that where
opening.
you're going to go with this?
Things are open.
Yeah.
We can go play basketball. We can have fun little hijinks.
Yeah.
We can do
Dave and
stunts.
Buster's.
We can go to Dave and Buster's. We can play pranks.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Oh, and
look
if you
like a lot
want
of
to
people.
make up for that, the mini
don't.
thing we have outside,
I don't.
There is an asshole that reached out to us. He's willing to make us a custom arcade machine that has like over thousands of games, and it's
Put me
regulatory
in touch with
size
them.
that where we can
Put me in
all
touch with
fit
them.
on
I'll take it out of the Patreon.
Here's the thing about that.
Yeah.
I don't like it when there's multiple games in the one thing. I'm stupid
Yes.
because now you could put
That's
all those
why-
games on your phone.
That's why we don't reply to your text messages. But keep going.
Golly.
But I don't like it. I don't like it.
Come on, son.
Yeah, it feels like a shortcut.
Son.
I actually get what you're saying.
It's
You
just-
like the game?
I want, if I'm going to get an arcade game, I want the nostalgia.
Yeah, you want
feel you.
Terminator with the guns, with the
gun,
one
et cetera.
game.
I want the
Simpsons.
joystick to look like it.
Yeah.
Sunset Riders.
Simpsons, Street Fighter, all I want. Like, come on.
Nah,
son.
nah.
Bro,
Put me
just
in
get
touch
on your
with this
PC.
guy. Put me in touch
Nah,
with this
nah,
guy.
nah.
Yeah.
Put my gift to you guys. You will pay for this machine. Put me in touch with this guy.
25. Not
Right,
bad.
you're going to negotiate an
Why
odd
is
number.
everything 2,500 to you? I'm starting to think that
It's a-
you're
it's a
taking
nice
some of this
round
money.
number.
That's how
Wait,
you
it's
afford
a-
these fucking
wait,
clothes. Go
hold
to the
on a
wide
second.
angle.
It's a nice
Alex
round
shouldn't be able to
number.
afford these
What is
clothes.
this? It's a nice round
Go to
number.
the wide angle. Are we in the
That's-
wide?
He said 1,800.
Are we in the wide?
We are in the wide.
He's trying to
Okay.
pay off his Tesla slowly.
This guy got a
2,500
Tesla.
at a time.
I'm selling drugs, bro.
You see
I
his
know
new
how much
phone?
you make.
Why you gotta
Because I
snitch?
pay you it.
Why
You
you gotta
shouldn't be able to
snitch? You
afford
see
all this
this?
stuff.
Why
He
you
got
gotta
the
snitch?
newest
Y'all
phone.
snitching.
He probably got new sneakers on.
IRS is out
New
listening, man.
hat.
IRS listening. Relax.
All right, they better listen.
I took a loss.
y'all better listen because your boy moving down south. You thought you was gonna get that 13% from the kid. Real talk. That's what we need to do. We need to lobby the IRS. You want this bread? Keep me up north.
Oh.
That's how we gonna help out these mom and pops.
Yo. That's how we're going to do it.
All right.
I be wanting to help mom and pops, but their outdoor seating sucks.
Yeah, dude.
I be trying to help mom and pops so much. I
You
be
can't
like,
just
"Mom and
donate
Pop."
the money. You got to get
I
food
do.
out of it.
I have actually.
And it's only the bigger
hoodie.
the
No, I
bigger
have.
restaurants
That's
that
the
have.
thing. I be out there, bro. I be out there in
Bro,
the
that shit
streets,
sucks.
bro.
It's freezing cold. They're out front of a restaurant. Mom,
Yeah,
we get the fucking heat.
Yo,
Oh,
I'm
You out there in
trying,
them
bro.
streets thinking about leaving New York because it's too cold.
I be out there in them
streets
streets like these streets is cold, bro. You know what I mean? Your whole family left where you're from.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I'm saying?
'Cause it's too hot.
That shit sucks. You gotta
Hey.
leave sometimes, bro.
hey,
Why
bro.
didn't they stay?
And I don't criticize anybody else who left. You know what I mean? They have foresight.
Yo, we are immigrants.
it, bro.
We're just immigrants, bro.
That's it. I'm just trying to make you live up to your family.
Yeah.
That's fine. I've never been a New Yorker. I'm coming back home as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Now we going to Florida just for that. Just for that, we going to
I'm
Florida.
so confident we're going to
real
Florida,
talk.
bro.
South
I think
is my
you are
home.
gonna go to Texas, and then we gonna go to Florida.
just
Make you
zooms in.
zoom. We gonna get you closer to the fam, bro.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Nah, in all seriousness, y'all ain't
We
shit.
can transition into all the censoring of like all these
Yeah, good idea. So how do we
conservative
feel about
conservative sites.
the
'Cause I'm
censorship?
not on board with that.
All right, guys, we're going to take a break for a second because we need to get your pubic hair in check. All right, it's a new year. That means new you, or whatever that bullshit is, but let's stop playing around, okay? The ladies like it when it's neat down there. I'm not saying you got to go with a baldy, okay? But you could have that Scotty Pips. You could have that nice bush ready to go. And you know what the inhibiting factor for a nice bush is? It's time. Yeah, when you're using the fucking clippers and a razor and all this other stuff trying to get it nice, it's going to take you for fucking ever. And that's why we have Manscaped, okay? You just get that Manscaped package telling you it's going to turn 30 minutes into 5, okay? 15 minutes into 2, all right? 5 minutes into 30 seconds. It's that quick. You get in there, you use that lawnmower 3.0. Matter of fact, just get the perfect package 3.0 with the essentials that you need to make sure your balls and penis look amazing, all right? All you got to do is go to manscaped.com, all right? And then you use the promo code Andrew. That's my name. Use the promo code Andrew. You're getting 20% off and free shipping. You go to manscaped.com, use that promo code Andrew, and you get 20% off and free shipping and the best looking dick of your life. Now let's get back to the show. So you're not on board with like getting Trump off Twitter and all these things?
No.
Talk to me.
I think it's so people say that he incited this, but he never really said like, yo, go to the Capitol and kill people. He never said go to the Capitol and kill people. He said, yo, let's show them our
There's
strength
enough
in numbers or
circumstantial
whatever.
evidence, I think, and this is where you said he's like a mob boss. He never says he knows the phones are tapped.
That's what I'm saying.
Never says the specific thing you can take him to a court of law over. But Twitter ain't a court of law.
They're literally storming the Capitol. He goes, all right, guys, yo, we got to be peaceful. Go home. I love you. You're special. Like, what is I love you? You're special?
I'm saying he's one with words. He knows how to not incriminate himself. So it's like, if he's not technically breaking the rule, I don't think he should be punished.
Right. Now, I will
And
say
it goes against what happened there, what I feel it was fucked up, what happened there. But still, it's like this guy, he's still abiding by the rules of these sites.
Mm-hmm. Now, the other piece is that they say, okay, we're going to have another rally on the day of the inauguration. So he's like, we're going to run it back 2.0, day of the inauguration. Let's do it.
Yeah.
But then he goes, just so everyone knows, I'm not going to be there. So if anyone wants to do anything, I'm not there. Do whatever you got to do.
said
Now
that?
that's different.
He said, I'm not going to be at the inauguration.
He said he's not going to be there, but now he didn't say if anybody wants to do anything.
So this is the question is like Twitter is looking into the subtext of what he's saying. They're saying, are his followers going to see this and do 2.0 what they did last time?
Yo, not showing up to the inauguration is so pussy, bro. Yo, my man
Mad
is so
pussy.
pussy. I honestly, what was endearing about Trump is that he wasn't pussy.
Yeah.
Is that he was calling all these motherfuckers out on their bullshit. And to see him be such a sour puss loser.
Yeah.
Nothing is worse than a sore loser, bro.
Yeah.
Being a sour puss sore loser.
Yep.
Son, how can you lose all respect in an instance? I'm not showing up. I'm not going to be there. Like,
agree.
low-key, it's whack that they got to go, like, if you lost. But it is what it is. That's part of it, fam. You got to be the most powerful person in the world for 4 years. Show her the fucking inauguration. It's a sign that we believe in peaceful transfer of power. That's what it is.
That's what democracy is.
Yep.
Well, yeah.
I lost. All right, keep it moving.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hand it off.
And we need that handoff. That handoff is very important. It lets everybody know, hey, this is how it's supposed to go.
It's healthy.
We shouldn't have these fucking battles every time there's a presidency. The presidency goes in a way that maybe half of the country didn't want, because every fucking election is half the country pissed.
Yep.
And you are out here being a little crying bitch about it.
Yep.
I'm not showing up.
Yep.
Such a fucking lame thing, dude.
Yeah. And
Yeah, it's
we suck it up because we go, yo, we're all Americans and we got bigger issues like the rest of the world trying to fucking get us.
Yeah.
So let's keep moving.
And I hear the rest of the world is giddy about this.
Son.
Somebody was telling me he got somebody was telling
Lions
me
don't concern themselves with the opinions of sheep.
sleep.
Sheep, bro.
China ain't no
counting
sheep.
Did you
bro.
call them sleeps?
Counting
That's
sheep.
that's racist.
Bro, you said sheep.
You cannot
You're
call
talking about the
Asian
Welsh, bro.
today,
sheep.
son.
This
Three
guy's
for- you're talking about
he's
son.
heating up. He's on fire.
Yo, we can't take this kid back, yo. We can't take this kid back to the South.
Goes back to the South. His racism is on another level.
I have
He
a lot of
just called
sympathy.
Asians sleeps.
I have a lot. I did not
Yes,
say
their
that.
eyes
I
are
did not say that.
closer
Okay,
to closed,
I
but
do
that's
have a
not
lot. I have a lot
sleeping.
of sympathy for people that stormed the Capitol. Okay, I can understand how you
This is
get there. All right.
crazy, this guy,
Yeah, you start mudding in the South. You know, hanging out with some
hair's
good
all
old
long.
boys.
Wearing that
Y'all
jean
are
jacket.
gonna go mudding, and they're gonna bring you, and you're gonna fucking
I'm
love
going
it.
surfing.
Al already
bro.
looks like
Let's
you went
be
mudding.
Wow.
Come on, Mark. Ow.
Dude, that's crazy.
You can't say that.
And not Akaash.
But
He's a wild boy. son.
fuck.
Yo, you could have had them both right there.
Damn, I'm not on fire anymore.
Bro.
He's a wild boy.
Okay, so if we do go down, I want to get back to the censorship, but if we do go down, we're definitely all going in the U-Haul together, and we're videotaping it, and we're making a thing out of it.
Nah, I'm good.
You're driving it.
No,
You're driving it.
I'm taking my Tesla.
No, your
Fucking, I'm
Tesla's
sleeping the
driving
whole way
itself.
there. Fuck
No.
out of here.
Tesla's driving itself.
But yeah.
Dude, you're gonna stop every fucking 2 hours or
Yup.
whatever you do in your
Yup.
Tesla.
Yup.
Yo, your Tesla.
Yup.
It
Yup.
got the fucking
Yup.
battery
Alright.
charge of a Tonka truck.
All right, you have fun in that cold ass, hard ass seat you hold. You have fun in that shit.
No
you
stamina, bro.
So fucking.
I can't understand why. This is
Bro,
where he's
your
saving money.
Tesla needs blue chew,
Uh-huh.
bro. You can't stay hard for nothing, bro.
Chugga, chugga,
That
chugga,
motherfucker
chugga,
hit
chugga,
an
chugga.
uphill. Yo, get out of here, bro. Get the Apple Hyundai.
Yeah.
I just
I'm getting the Apple
remember this when we
Bro.
take that trip.
I'm getting the Apple Hyundai.
The Apple
I
sick.
can't understand where this is where you want to save money is the U-Haul. That's where I'm like, why don't you just have motherfuckers move it? This is where you saving money?
What do you mean?
That is kind of true. You
What
can just
you
have the
mean?
shit
Just
flow
have
down.
movers or whatever. This is where you
We
want to
gotta
save
sit in the
money.
U-Haul
The
with some
U-Haul?
random guy.
I'm not gonna send a random guy with all this.
Yeah.
Getting his dick sucked.
You could fit this in the Tesla.
No, you
Slapping
can't.
his
Truck
face.
You
stop,
got two
bro.
trunks, bro. You got a trunk and a frunk.
We not fitting this in the desert.
I'm not putting this in his little ass Tesla. We get 30 minutes. We gotta recharge
Alright,
the whole Tesla,
keep talking
bro.
shit. Next
Yeah,
time you want to
look.
ride out to the city,
Yeah,
all
look,
right?
real talk.
I'm gonna tell you,
Take money
charge your
out the
ass on an
batteries.
Uber,
No bullshit.
motherfucker.
We need a fucking power extension cord just to drive down there, bro. We need to
Put a generator in the back, bro.
to an extension cord from the studio
Keep
to
talking
the
shit.
Tesla.
Keep talking
all the way
shit.
down. It don't feel good
keep
when
talking-
everybody's ganging up on you, huh? It don't
spin
feel good.
Keep talking
We're going mud in your Tesla. All right.
Bro, in all seriousness, we all U-hauling that shit down. By we, I mean y'all are U-hauling it down.
Yeah,
Y'all can
yeah.
make a nice YouTube video out of that shit.
You gonna hop in
But that's the
little
other thing. We do
shuttle
need to get our
plane
cars
from
down there.
Teterboro.
Yeah.
And I don't have one yet.
That's why I'm bringing mine.
You just do a
No,
long
everybody got to bring their car
You
down.
could also just do a
Obviously. I thought
long-term
we were going to
rental.
ship it because you told me that's pretty cheap to ship.
Yeah, it was like $800-900. I shipped my car up a couple months ago.
Shit. So imagine down.
Whoa, it's probably cheap. Yeah, gravity.
Shit probably only 400.
Yeah, 'cause
gravity already pulling it
Yeah,
out of the way.
gravity
it's
does
down,
have to work.
Bro.
Yeah.
Ain't it down?
Such a markism right there.
Yo, look, that's how Akaash would really cheap ass fucking argue with them. Like, bro, it's 800 up. Just let it roll back. What's the big deal? Like, you can't guide it? Just guide it.
Valid points.
Box car,
I'm
bro. It's a
using
box
that.
car race.
Yo, you gotta do that.
Yo.
Ain't you going back now? You just came up. You just tell the guy, like, yo, you came up. You gotta go back. That's where you live.
Yeah.
It's on the way.
You take an
it
empty
back.
truck, idiot?
That's it, bro. It's stupid to take it back empty.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we all going.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't stay in.
Nah, but what you gonna do about a car though?
I think I'd just do like I think you
rental?
can do those like
Rental?
long-term
Some
rentals.
rentals? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And then it'd be a cool opportunity to like try I don't know, maybe a car that I might want to have. I never had like a car outside of college.
Yo, he stopped short of saying luxury car. He was gonna say a nice ass car.
I was gonna say Tesla and he was gonna shit on me.
Yeah.
You already bought
ready.
the truck. You already
I
bought
saw
the
him
Tesla truck.
backtrack
I
in
already
his
bought the
mind.
Tesla truck. That's it. I did buy that shit.
Yeah, way longer battery.
Way super longer battery.
600 miles, you bitch.
You gotta
Yeah,
get
for
a
real.
real
What do they
big
call-
extension cord for that shit.
Wait, for that? No, you don't need it for
Nah, you
real.
don't need it.
My huck cycle goes longer than your Tesla
Yeah.
for real.
Oh, your
bro.
bicycle?
My
Your
bicycle.
bicicleta?
My bicycle goes
Bro,
longer.
he's a solar panel, bro. He just absorbs all the light.
100.
He's got
What is
that
he
shit.
talking about?
I don't know, son.
White doesn't absorb the light.
Something
Black does.
Whoa, that's racial.
Yo, that's not racial. That's facts. Come on, bro.
That is true.
That is true. I knew that.
Fuck.
What are you doing? Okay, we're back to the censorship.
Start it over.
No. The censorship is so weird, man. It's just a weird thing because you're almost just like you can't let people incite revolutions.
Well, this
But
is-
you
yeah.
can because sometimes you need a revolution. It's real tricky, bro.
It is true.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't get the legal thing where people are saying that it's a violation of the First Amendment.
Yeah, people keep saying that, but free speech is not absolute. Like, you can't say, I'm going to kill the president. That's something you get prosecuted for.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
So,
There are
like,
certain things that are. You're saying there are certain things that are carved out of free speech.
No
Like,
country
you
has
can't-
absolute free speech.
you can't yell fire in a crowded building. That's something you
yeah.
get punished for. So,
Yeah, you
like,
shouldn't even talk in a crowded theater. Yeah.
especially
Al.
theater. Yeah.
Don't be talking at all.
That's right. Mark is about.
Boom, shakalaka.
Bro, this guy is
Fuck it.
so racist, bro. I don't know if we
I
can't
don't know what
take him
happened this
down,
weekend,
bro.
son.
Yo,
It's a little bit of cold, bro.
I went to
Yeah.
the Met, bro. That's what happened.
You were around your whites.
Start seeing history, you know what I mean?
Yo,
starts getting so fucking-
you're like, them plantation houses look comfy, bro. How we fuck this shit up? All he says, I want a ranch. Ranch.
Oh, no, I said ranch. Ranch is not racist.
Ah,
Ranchero? You
ah.
think Mexicans are racist
You know who
now?
loves ranch? Racist white folks.
That's true. And
White
white
people.
women.
With wings.
White people don't fuck with ranch.
Nah,
Nah,
not at
blue
all.
cheese.
Yeah.
Come on,
I actually
bro.
had a friend that said that black people don't like any white food. He said him personally. He said, I don't like any white foods.
What does that mean?
You said one black person
stupid.
said black people, and you're like, well, he said he personally.
Yeah, well, that's what he
all
said.
black
Now,
people,
man.
that's the
Literally,
same thing.
no, it went down to the one black guy he knows. You saw that?
Yeah,
He tried to talk about
his
black people.
one,
He
his
was like,
one
I'll
token.
listen.
to make
You're
him-
number 2 black
Yeah,
guy
I
that he
know.
knows, and you're also his Puerto Rican friend. You honestly check off a lot of boxes.
That's a
Okay.
triple word score right there,
You're
bro.
really
I'm playing
good,
Scrabble.
bro.
Oh, I'm ex-con too. You got
Yeah,
that?
Scrabble media over here.
Ex-con.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
In
Sweden.
Swedes.
In Swedes.
Whoa.
International
criminal.
criminal.
Oh,
I check
let's
off
go.
that
Way
boxing.
more
Let's
lit.
go. It's fucking lit.
That's a boom shakalaka. Right
Okay, bro. So look.
Jacket lets me know he's LGBTQ.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good ass point.
Got the whole rainbow on that
Yeah.
bitch.
And B, bro.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't know why it's a violation of the First Amendment. The First Amendment says you can't pass laws that prohibit freedom of speech, religion, all that shit. This is like Twitter is not the law. No one's passing a law that says if you say something, you go to jail. Like in China, you criticize like
Wait, which one is First Amendment?
that's freedom of speech.
Okay, so
But if you
he can't speak freely on these platforms, and therefore he is.
Yes.
violation of freedom of the First Amendment would be like what they have in China. You talk shit about Taiwan, you go to jail.
Well, that's what this is, right? He's talking shit about America, and
But he's
now
not going. He's
being
not going to
censored.
jail.
Ah, so only prison.
If there's a law that says you say this shit, you get prison time, fines, sanctions, other types of legal
so
measures.
punitive punishment
Yeah.
or punitive action is the only thing that makes it a violation.
It's not
Of
a
the
criminal
First
offense,
Amendment.
what he said.
Of the
They're
First
just
Amendment.
saying, you're not welcome on our private company. In Twitter, I don't
okay, so
fully
this is-
trust their intention, and I think there's going to be a lot of overreach.
Twitter fucked up.
But you can't use First Amendment for Twitter banning
Yeah.
him. Like,
You
That
come into
is
my house,
interesting.
say
Okay.
wild shit, I can kick you out.
Now we're on a different. Okay, so like some restaurants, for example, say none of the ones you would ever go to, but there's some that would say no. They're like dress codes, right?
Yeah.
how happy are you that those restaurants are going to shut down because of the pandemic?
I'm so happy. Dude.
No, he doesn't. He texts me every weekend. Hey, you know a good restaurant?
Nah, I only support mom and pop.
McDonald's. That's how I say McDonald's.
Nah, I support mom and pops, bro.
Get some-
Macaroni Grill, McDonald's. If
I
it ain't
walk
got
in-
Mac in it, you ain't there.
Yo, you
bro.
got to check out Jiggity Dendes. That's one of my favorite places.
Yo, Jiggy D's, bro. I love that place.
JD. So we have a situation here where big tech, and I hate the term big tech because it seems it's just like somebody everybody throws out, but like
Yeah.
these platforms have become so big that they're almost like a part of human life, right? Or American or like Western, whatever
Yeah,
you want to call
they
it.
become like countries.
Yes. They're countries in the way that they operate and the amount of people that are with them and also the rules that they're dictating. But at the same time, like it almost feels like you're right as an American citizen to operate on these platforms.
Yeah.
Right. So at what point does a tech platform become part of a civil right? At what point is it so big that
We're-
it becomes part of your civil right?
Yeah,
I don't think
we're,
ever.
I don't
You don't think
yeah.
ever?
don't think
Because
ever.
their excuse is this,
we're
right?
approaching it. I think.
I think we're approaching it. I'll say something interesting that happened to my girl's stepdad. He was on vacation and he was on like a snorkeling thing or whatever like that. And there's always interesting people when you're on these things. So he's just talking. He spoke to a Google fact checker, and she was a Google fact checker. And he was just like, so how do you like get that job? And do you think it's weird that you get to be like the arbiter of truth? Like you get to decide what things are true and what things aren't true. That's a lot of responsibility. And she said to him, well, if you don't like that, you don't have to use Google. There really isn't any other Google.
Yeah.
There's another one called Duck some shit.
There's a
or whatever.
bunch.
DuckDuckGo.
There's a bunch.
DuckDuckGo.
You ain't using Yahoo.
You're
bro.
not using
There's Yahoo,
DuckDuckGo.
Ping, all those whatever
You
things.
You didn't even get the name right. It's Bing.
Bing,
Bro. That's
yeah,
how much
whatever.
you ain't using
That's
that shit.
racial, bro. That's on you now.
Yo, that's true.
So
That
it's
one.
like you can,
Yeah.
but it's not, right? Let's be honest. Like if you're not on Google, if your business isn't Googleable, if all these things, like nobody's using DuckDuckGo to find the restaurant or to find Flagrant 2 or to find any of these things, right? There's one place, right? So it's not like you have, but they get to hide behind that. They get to hide behind that, like
Technicality.
that technicality, if you will, that like, yeah, we're just a regular business. And yeah, we'll buy up all of our competition so there isn't any, but we're just a regular business. It is what it is. So what happened, what I thought was really interesting, he asked what she used to do beforehand, right? Do you know what she used to do before she was a fact checker? She worked for the fucking State Department. And I'm like, oh shit, is this why big tech hasn't been broken up? Why break up the thing that can do your work for you the
Yep.
best possible
Yep.
way? Right from the State Department into big tech where you decide the truth narratives that you want to put out there in the world.
Oh, wow.
So Now you have the deep state or whatever. I don't want to talk about it in a conspiratorial way. I want to talk about it like a realistic way. Beforehand, there was obviously some sort of relationship between government and news media.
Yep.
Right? Journalism and government were somewhat intertwined. And then it became right-wing media and left-wing media were intertwined through different government organizations. But there was obviously a relationship. There was like narratives being pushed out between them.
Yep.
Now it seems to me that you have that same government relationship intertwined with big tech, which is real news now. That's where we're getting all of our information. And you place the people who decide what is true or what's not true in those positions of power. 100%. And of course you don't break them up. You're like, thank God we're working together, boys.
My girl brought up that exact thing. She was like, I don't like this because there's no way this isn't done out of their own self-interest. No way. Now, Twitter don't give a fuck about the general well-being of the country.
Well, let me ask you a question.
Yes, they do.
I do it. Now, here's the one thing. We assume nefarious intent whenever there's control or censorship.
Okay.
I think that's pretty natural.
That was a great sentence.
But we do, right?
Yeah, it was fire.
Right? So, but the reality is maybe it's not always nefarious. Maybe there's some people who are like, listen, for us to get where we need to go in the next 50 years, the next 100 years, obviously there are people that are plotting the course of America way beyond when we will ever be here. There's a reason we made Louisiana Purchase. There's a reason for Manifest Destiny. There's a reason we go from from Atlantic to Pacific. There are people that are going, hey, we need to be here for 500 more years. What do we need to do now in order to be there? And there are people that exist in those roles right now. And maybe some of them are looking at this landscape and then making those decisions based on that and saying, these are the important truths to get us where we need to go.
Yeah, okay.
And so far, I know this sounds like a kind of a bitch-ass approach to it. Maybe it's an optimistic approach, but so far, they've done okay with America.
So they're looking out for their own well-being, but also we're looking out for American well-being, and then we'll get everything we can.
Yeah, because their well-being is contingent on the health of the nation.
What is the one thing right there? What is the one thing? Let's say the powers that be are the rich people. What is the one thing that terrifies rich people? I mean, there's a many, but what is one big one?
Revolution of the poor?
Insurrection.
Yeah.
Everything else they can handle, right? Stock market flows, they don't care. They're billionaires.
They're controlling the stock market.
Exactly. Well, and if it does go down, we'll just buy up some depressed real estate or whatever the fuck is out there we can take advantage of. But insurrection terrifies the rich.
Yeah.
Because a well-structured and polite and just society allows them to keep their money in a safe place. They don't want to exist where they got 50 fucking armed guards around their palatial estate like they have to in, I'm sure, India. They have to in parts of Mexico and parts of South America. They're literally prisoners within their wealth.
Yeah, every revolution, they fucking eat the rich. Bring out the guillotine. Chop off Mary Antoinette's head. Like,
Chop, chop, chop.
Yeah.
So I think this was terrifying to them, and I think this kicks shit into high gear. They're like, yo, we need to do something because we are next. We're the rich, and we could get eaten.
That's valid.
Yeah.
So I think that's why you saw those drastic measures. People all of a sudden being chopped off of on Twitter. I think the conversation goes to Jack Dorsey or whatever the Twitter guy is. And my buddy said this, and I thought this was kind of interesting. He was like, he is not a big government guy. He is like a super libertarian. He thinks politicians are fucking idiots. But he goes, right now, the conversation comes to who do I trust with the truth more? Donald Trump or Jack Dorsey at Twitter? And he goes, I actually trust Jack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of interesting.
Yeah. I think also what makes it tricky is that they banned Trump's personal Twitter account.
Yeah.
They didn't ban the White House. They didn't ban @POTUS.
Ooh.
So they banned Trump as a private individual that was using Twitter with the influence of the president of the United States. So like they ban, like how they ban regular people for violating the rules of Twitter. So there's still a platform and a portal for the president to communicate with his constituency, with the people of the United States, either through those actual social portals, but also just how the way presidents used to communicate, which is through
Press conference.
Yeah, press briefing and things like that. So I don't see that there's any sort of like legal issue with banning Trump from Twitter. I do think though that Twitter has inserted itself into a political geopolitical conversation that I don't know if they're ready to handle. So like they now have broken, because like the rule for like all of time before this was that like if there's a state head where he's going to operate under a different set of rules than the other people on Twitter. So we have specific rules, and if like the president of Iran or like the Ayatollah or whatever is like saying crazy shit that violates our rules, we're gonna leave them up because it's important for the citizens of the world and also their citizens to be able to read it.
That's right. A lot of people are pointing to Khomeini not being taken down.
Right.
And it's like, why the fuck is this guy in Iran who has said, I'm sure death to Israel?
Yeah, wipe Israel off the planet.
Exactly.
Whatever. Yeah.
It's like he said all these hateful things that seem to potentially incite violence as well. Why hasn't he been removed when we have the president of the United States being removed?
Yeah.
Very interesting. So what is the reaction to that?
So the thing is that I don't personally have an issue with like Trump getting taken off Twitter. And I think that like I see the justification, I see why. I don't think Trump should go to jail for whatever, or like if there's legal precedent and whatever. But like I don't think that there should be any violation for freedom of speech if people say things and go to jail. I don't think
He shouldn't go to jail for his tweets.
I don't think people should go to jail for what they say.
You think what keeps freedom of speech intact is as long as there's not some sort of criminal punishment for what he said.
I can say fuck the president and not go to prison, whoever the president may be.
All right, I want to break this into two comments. So then second one I want to talk about, like, are these tech platforms a part of American civil rights? That's next. But this first one, continue breaking
So,
down.
like, I'm cool with the legal side. I don't think that there's any, like, legal precedent that was broken. But now Twitter has basically broken their rule of neutrality.
Yes.
Which is, like, they've had this rule, like, we're going to ban regular users, we're going to leave heads of state up, and that's the way we're going to do it. Now they've taken Trump down, and now there's going to be all these other national precedents saying, okay, what about the president of Senegal that said this against the minority there? What do we do? The president of whoever. What if Putin says this? Like, what? Now Twitter has to keep and maintain a level of consistency in order to not lose.
Does that force politicians to be more diplomatic?
Well, I think it forces like international politicians to remove social media from their societies, to remove American social media. Because now they recognize, oh, Jack Dorsey is going to be censoring shit that we say. And we already, like in Turkey, they already did this. Like Erdogan said, yo, we're not using WhatsApp anymore. We're going to develop a state centralized WhatsApp for the Turkish citizens that we're going to use.
And that could potentially do more harm than good.
I mean, it basically, because America
allows them to tap into their data.
America had a stronghold on like digital colonialism, that we were in every country, and any superpower that we were up against didn't fuck with our social media.
Right.
In Russia, they don't use Google, they use Yandex. You know what I mean? And
There's a reason why China doesn't use any of our social media, because we basically have this tool to extract data from all these other places, and it was convenient for all those other places, just like TikTok, exactly.
Yeah.
That was the argument for banning TikTok.
And most of these countries that were our allies didn't give a fuck, because they were like, at least there's neutrality, and like as long as we don't violate the rules, blah blah blah, Twitter's going to play fair with us. But now that Twitter has broken what seems to be like their rule of like not banning heads of state, what do we do?
I need you to get me closer to there, because I agree with the digital colonialism, right? Which is this idea, like, how do we influence culture? Social media is the most influential tool. Well, we can influence culture around the world if everybody has this social media stuff, if they're using Facebook. And then furthermore, if we need to nudge Zuckerberg and say, yo, there's an election, we might need to go our way in Taiwan. Would you mind, letting people see a few more ads? This is the worst case scenario, but maybe we could.
I think it's completely reasonable.
Very reasonable.
Like there's one election every 4 years in America. There are hundreds of elections every year around the world every year.
And if we have access to all those people in the most sophisticated, like data crunched way to influence them, we could have a lot of influence around the world without actually like bombing and blowing people up.
Yeah.
So it's pretty amazing. Yeah. So I agree with the colonialism, the digital colonialism thing. But what I don't understand is where this discrepancy with Twitter right now. So it's a different policy that they use towards Trump, but you're saying that they've some sort of like broken this contract globally?
It sets a precedent now of not just being neutral with all leaders. Whereas before, hey guys, leaders, you post what you want. We're neutral. We're out of it. The second they show an interest, which is, we're going to ban you for this, President Trump, now President, Prime Minister, whoever around the world, you can't be neutral anymore.
Yeah.
And then the potential
they just have to be neutral on Twitter. So now if Khomeini wants to say death to Israel, he just got to make sure he don't tweet it.
And then to his point, then it's like, all right, well, we can't say what we really want to say on Twitter, so fuck Twitter. Let's develop our own social media site. Then we lose out on that data.
But then they also lose out on the social cachet globally, right? Like, you can make a Twitter story happen globally if you are invested in this platform that is global. Right. And that's the reason why, like, neutering Trump with the social media was so powerful, is because his voice works because so many people react to his voice. So if you remove his ability to be reacted to, he dies.
Also, to the point, real quick, it was funny that the second they suspended him first, then we got a video. It was like so soon between, hey, you're suspended for 48 hours or whatever it was, and then, all right, now you get your video.
Yeah.
Whereas before, he wasn't backing out for shit.
Yeah. Yeah, and even after his suspension, he came back in, and that's when he said, I'm not at the inauguration, like saying all this other shit that was like Twitter, I think, saw as dog whistling and like inciting violence or whatever.
See, so I didn't know that Twitter had that rule with heads of state.
Yeah.
So now that I knew that they have like different rules for heads of state, then he shouldn't have gotten kicked off.
But now it's like
Before I was like, oh, well,
now-
he violated their rules of inciting violence.
Well, that is true. Sorry.
Yeah.
And that applies to everybody else.
If the rule, if there's no special precaution, right, for heads of state when in terms of like inciting violence, if he is proved to have incited violence via the app, did he tweet something? That's what I think is interesting. If he's not using the app to incite violence, simply taking him off the app for what he said off the app doesn't make sense to me. Right? Like if he's, I don't know, like...
Well,
like
this
he
is
called people to
Do
rally.
you take a murderer off Twitter?
He
like
called people to rally that day. But that's what I'm saying. His nuance in terms of using the correct words that you can't say like, hey, you said this and that told everybody to do these violent acts. He's good with that. So
Yes.
I don't think you should have kicked him off.
So the tricky thing is like, for example, you don't want to take off the Black Lives Matter organizers that told people to show up in, was it Kenosha? Where did they fuck shit up?
Kenosha, I think, was one of them.
yeah.
Minnesota or something like that, where they took, they were really lighting the city up. You don't want to take them off because some assholes that were part of that peaceful protest decide to blow things up.
Exactly.
So should that same thing be applied to Trump? That's what you're saying.
That's what
like,
I'm saying, yeah.
If he didn't explicitly say, yo, go break some windows and fuck things up,
Exactly.
you
Right.
can't really take him off for that. You have to prove that that's what he meant.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's an interesting argument.
think-
And that's where it comes down, I think, like Twitter's domain. And they say, yeah, and they just call balls and strikes. And in this case, they chose to pull Trump off.
Do you think
The
it's
easy-
possible? Sorry to interrupt. Do you think it's possible that there are powers that be? I don't know who those powers are, but maybe it's a collection of like the Pelosi's, the Bidens, the Schumers, these people, and maybe the Mitch McConnells as well. Do you think there's a collection of them that essentially call up big tech and they go, "Hey, he's out of here now. We need to do damage control because it looks like he's really, ready to spiral out of control and really fuck shit up. We have 10 more days or however many more days of the presidency. I need you to get him off all platforms because for the betterment of our country, if this is the start, if he's willing to start this right now, it's going to just get worse in the next 10 days.
It could also be Twitter saving face.
Wait.
Twitter's now there's all these looming lawsuits of like trust busting within tech monopolies,
Trust busting is?
like breaking up the tech monopolies into like multiple companies and like basically
antitrust law.
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
yes, yes, yes.
Demonopolizing.
Monopolize.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
This is, okay.
So I could see them being like, yo, they're going to come down on us after this whole Trump thing and say that we were complicit in Trump's rise to power, blah, blah, blah. If we just kick them off at the very end, we have all
Look what we did.
the social political capital, but we also were like, yo, we took them off when it got out of hand. We did the right thing, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
They have now a case in court.
And I think they've been wanting to do this for a really long time.
Could you
and this
also,
was the
to your point,
perfect
though,
way
think-
of
I
doing
think
it.
I kind of agree with you there, but also low key, there's a little part of me that's like, you fucking scumbags. You motherfuckers profited off of this guy for 4 years.
Yeah.
You made tons of money, got tons of followers. We're in the news every single day. All you tech platforms banked off of Trump, banked off the conspiracies that he would spew, banked off the people that were supporting him. Y'all made billions and billions of dollars. And now that he's not, now that he's gone,
point.
now that the cow is gone, that you can't suckle off the teat, you're just going to sacrifice that motherfucker, turn it into
I'm going to
hamburgers.
push back there because you can still, when he's out of office, he's just as, you can make just as much money off of this guy when he's out of office.
True. He
He's
still
going to
has a
keep
voice.
crying that they
So-
stole the election. He's going to keep saying he's going to run again in 4 years. He will stay in the news cycle. That's Trump's power. Trump stayed in the news cycle 4 years before he was president, saying Barack, he's the guy that started. Barack wasn't born in America.
But it wasn't, to me, it wasn't the same effect as like a president has, like you can bump up the news cycle, but like when you don't have your finger on the nuclear codes, it's hard to take that as seriously.
I think
in my
you
opinion.
can still bank a lot. You can make a lot of money.
You
off of Trump.
can, but don't you agree less though?
Sure,
It
sure,
would
but I
probably
don't
be
think it's
less,
so
yeah.
much less that it's like I can immediately say, "Oh, this is why you're full of shit." I think they're full of shit in a lot of ways. I think they could be doing government bidding. I think they could be whatever. I think it's also possible he was suspended and then he came back, and then you still thought he's dog whistling. If we agree with what they thought earlier, to Mark's point, then it's like, "Yo, we just suspended you, dog. What the fuck? You're out."
I think this shit. I think that's totally possible. I think this is just like you working for the feds, like. You know what I mean? You got away with doing all the fuck shit for 4 years. You're talking about the big tech companies, and now the feds got you. and they're like, see what y'all let happen, see what you did, inspiring this over the last 4 years, and they're like, fine, I'll flip. I work for you guys now. What do you want me to do?
No, it's possible.
You know what I mean? Like,
I think it's also possible they've been working with.
I think they've, of course, you're not going to let something come to power.
And
But go.
what you said about maybe McConnell and everybody else calling Twitter and being like, yo, you got to get this guy the fuck out. And then they got him out.
CIA too. Like, this
CIA
is...
too. But to that point, this is why I kind of maybe believe they had help from within the government. I don't understand. If you're the CIA, you're the motherfuckers that we keep America going at all costs. We're going to do the dirtiest
everything is
shit
going
ever.
on.
We know everything is going on, and we'll do anything.
You know what's in my phone. You know when you go into the airport, like there's a reason why.
Why him at the airport, bro?
I'm just saying, like, this guy gets randomly searched, and he even the one that they're looking
I
for.
got randomly searched this weekend. Didn't even think anything of it. I get it. Go ahead. Let's go.
And what was that site that got taken down or off the
Parler?
App Store?
Parler.
Like, there were people talking about this for weeks. And they were even talking about, we're coming with our guns. We're coming to fuck shit up. So they've seen this. They knew it was coming.
So if y'all knew what was going on, you know about all these terrorist attacks that don't happen because you thwart them before they can.
That's what I'm
and now
saying.
you're going to act like this should just happen under your nose.
We didn't know what to do when they got to the
So-
Capitol. We just thought it was going to be peaceful.
To
Sure.
me,
You
to
should
me,
have
it's
still been
so
ready.
obvious.
So is this
that-
one of those situations where, like, I don't want to liken it to Pearl Harbor, but like a lot of people say that America knew Pearl Harbor was going to happen, and they just needed an excuse to enter World War II that galvanized the people. Remember, you can't do anything in a country of 300 million people without the people's support, right? Like, you know, you want to talk about going into Iraq, you want to talk about any of these things, you need the people to go, yeah, we got to go get them. And did they let this happen so that they had an excuse to bury Trump because both sides were like, I don't want to deal with this motherfucker riling shit up for the next 4, 8, 12 years?
Yeah, from a feelings perspective, like conspiracy wise, like
It seems sound, no?
Yeah. I think that'll probably be the eventual outcome. Whether or not it's intentional or not, we'll never know. But just from like conspiracy angle, like I think that'll probably be what happens.
Man, it's just such a... Okay, so then let's have the discussion of, is a social media platform a civil right now? I don't know if the MTA is a civil right. Is that my right as a New Yorker? Like, can they say to me, well, just use another metro if you don't like us? I think it's
hard to say civil right when it's a publicly traded company, because that's just a company that you use. And then they can always just say, like, a civil right.
I think it is a civil right because a business can't turn a person down.
Deny service, right?
And so,
I mean, unless you
public
violate the
service-
rules.
Yeah, unless you violate the rules.
But let's say I violated the rules of the subway, right? Could I be banned from the MTA, or is that like banning me from walking down the street?
No, I think it bans you from the MTA because you violated the rules of the MTA.
I'm really curious about that. I
I'm
wonder
pretty
if
sure. Yeah.
So you can't ban me from going into the park. You can punish me for a criminal act I commit, but the park is a public place that I can go, right? So I wonder if the same thing will apply to social media as they become these things that we use to communicate with the world and our friends and our family. As the world, it is like entrenched in our life. At what point do they become a civil right? And then when they do become a civil right, can you remove it from me? And does that end up being a violation of my First Amendment rights of free speech?
Yeah, I think it has to be government. It has to be paid for by tax dollars.
That's what
Yeah, if the park charged admission and you had to come in to pay a private company to go to their park, and then you violate a rule and they're like, yo, you can't come to the park anymore. You fucked up at a private thing.
But if my tax dollars pay for the park, if my tax dollars pay for the MTA,
different.
if my tax dollars are supporting Facebook,
Which I think the MTA is subsidized, but you still have to pay for it.
yes, it is. And I think it might be a private organization that is subsidized by the government.
I believe so.
It is, right? But so even if that's the case, it is an interesting space that we're going into.
Now, the interesting one is I think that there is a push to make the internet a civil right.
Right. You've had a lot of conversations about this. Like, what was the initial one? It was maybe a few months back about they wanted to not have limits to the amount of internet or something. It was like a big...
I don't remember that.
No, this was a big debate. Net neutrality, it was called.
Yeah.
That's a different thing. That's like allowing different bandwidths to people who pay more or less or something.
Yeah,
like
that's what I meant by
Right.
the limits. Not like amount of time, but like, and I think this net neutrality thing gave the average person who wanted to start a website the same real estate, if you will, on the internet as like some big company. So it allowed a startup to propagate because you didn't have to compete with fucking Target or Walmart in terms of your usage of the internet. But I go.
No, I don't know. What I'm gonna say.
I just wonder if as these things become like parts of our life in the same way water is, you know, I know it sounds crazy to think of the internet as like water or heat or these things that are supposed to be provided, but it could be ubiquitous.
Yeah. I view the internet as like the street. You know what I mean? Like, assuming that you aren't like in violation of like the law of that area and you should be in jail, like you should be allowed to walk down the street. That doesn't mean you should be allowed to go into any business you want, assuming that you violate the rules of that specific business.
You can't punch someone on the street.
Right. So you have to obey the rules of the street, and you are allowed to be barred from the private businesses that reside on the street.
So if that's the case, does the government and therefore the people decide the rules of the internet, those internet sites, once it becomes the street and not Jack Dorsey at Twitter?
Yeah.
I think it has to, right?
Nah, because it's like you're just giving them the right to get on the internet. Once you're on the internet, if you go to any site, that site is owned by someone else.
The internet is a street.
So,
this website is a store within that street.
Right. Yeah. The store sits on the street.
Any of the stores, whether they be websites, social media, those are all private stores.
Yeah. Homeless guy can walk around the street. That's not technically a law or illegal. But if a homeless guy goes into a restaurant, they can say, get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Okay. What is Facebook then? A mall? You know how homeless people can be in a mall?
Yeah.
Right. And because the mall is essentially public property, like these outdoor mall or whatever the fuck it is, like you can't, I don't think you can remove homeless people from.
I think you can.
You can?
I mean, I've been kicked out of a bunch of malls in my life.
Fair enough.
For what?
Des
You
Bryant
go
got
there as
kicked
a high
out of a mall
schooler.
for sagging.
For what?
I remember
Really?
this was a big story, like his second year in Dallas. He got kicked out of a mall for sagging.
Really?
Yeah, I mean,
What did you
maybe
get
he's
kicked
making-
We were filming a video in the mall, and the cops or like the mall security was like, "You can't be here," and they kicked us out.
Yeah,
This happened,
reasonable.
Like, this happened like 3 or 4 times.
Reasonable. Shouldn't be filming in the mall. Fucking kids around there.
I'm a kid. I was a kid at the time.
So whatever. Kids can't do that to kids still. I don't know. It's just a weird time. Go.
Do you think Trump gets impeached? I mean, time is running out, boy. You got 9 days or something like that.
But they can continue with it after.
Yeah, I don't know how that works.
You can continue. You can impeach even after he's gone.
Yeah.
That
So
shit
it's
is so
like,
embarrassing, bro. You're at your
then
home.
then you remove, and you find out you got impeached.
Come on, bro.
Yeah. But I think then you're just removing all those different like luxuries that you have from being president,
Right. Okay.
which he doesn't really fucking need. I think it's just how do we remove this guy from potentially running again, from
Yeah. Running in the primaries.
running in the primaries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's what they want. They're just worried about. They're trying to remove his political capital, and it's a fucking ballsy move, but he's making it very easy for them.
Yeah. All right, guys, we're going to take a break. We need to save you money. It's a pandemic. Everybody's losing jobs. Small businesses are shutting down. People are having to move down south. You got to do what you can to save money. And one of the best ways to do that is save on things that you're overpaying for. For example, student loans. You probably got your student loans when interest rates were high as fuck and you didn't realize it. Now's a perfect time to refinance when they are at record lows. And the best way to do that is with Earnest. Earnest offers low-rate student loan refinancing, and you can check your rate risk-free in just a couple of minutes. You can get radically flexible payments, or you can pick your loan term. You can radically reduce the amount you pay per month. If you have questions, they have a real live human being who can help you. And because we save you money on top of money, that's what we do at Flagrant too. If you go to earnest.com/flagrant, you will get an extra $100 cash bonus when you refinance your student debt. Guys, again, $100 cash bonus if you go to earnest.com/flagrant. Save yourself some money. It's so easy to do. 2 minutes. Change your lives for the better. Let's get back to that.
All right, enough of the political censorship talk. What else we got, man?
We got a couple of light stories. This one was kind of funny. So Bow Wow recently, he was dragged on
That
social
shit
media.
was so funny.
Hold
Because-
on. I need to see.
He said he had treaches on a tugboat.
What?
That shit was so
look at this
funny, bro.
Oh, my God.
What does that even
So
mean?
he's like partying on this very, very tiny, tiny boat. Like basically there's no room for people to move around.
Right.
And he's like flaunting for the gram. And then the funny thing that happened after that.
Girls ain't even that cute, it seems
Bro,
like.
they hanging off the side, bro. This looks like the Titanic.
So the funny thing, he gets dragged for that. And then he makes another video
This was great.
on a fucking bigger boat. The problem with this video right here is that this boat is docked.
Oh
No.
You can see. Wait, let me mute the sound. Hold on. you can see cars driving right next to it. This boat is docked, and he's just fronting on a boat that's docked. Bow Wow is the king of Bow Wow.
Wait. This is actually
he knows what he's doing.
brilliant.
He's doing this on purpose.
Now, there's a world where he's doing this on purpose.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's that smart. But
think
what is
he
interesting...
that stupid?
Well, here's why he's that stupid. Ready? He said in this post, responding to the people making fun of him, he said, listen, you dumb motherfuckers, I forget that y'all don't have any money. You have to take a boat out to a big yacht. If you get a big yacht, you can't just pull the big yacht up to the shore. You need to have a boat that takes you out to the yacht.
That's hilarious.
So, I mean, this is insane.
Oh,
dude.
man, Bow Wow, stop. Come on, son.
But even putting himself on that little fishing boat that he had, that's hilarious. Like, all those girls thought they were going on a yacht with Bow Wow.
Yeah.
And now they hanging off the fucking side of that boat. Dude. Dude, that's unbelievable. There's no seats. They're sitting on a bar.
And then who fronts on, supposedly this is the shuttle, to the yacht?
Yeah.
Yo,
And
learn
who
how to
fronts
lie
on
for
the shuttle?
grams.
Who would do that? What person would front on the gram on the shuttle to the
Also,
bigger plane?
who's making fun of him for just being on a boat with girls anyway? Like, that's ballsy.
Bro, that shit is so hard to do, bro.
Yeah.
I remember in high school, I had friends that had boats, and we'd be like, yo, let's get some girls on the boat, and girls never came on the boat,
They
bro.
never came on a boat.
It's just us tubing, drinking White Claws.
I wouldn't know those problems.
It's hard when you're on a lake, too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Getting girls on the ocean, I think, is easy.
Where was Bow? Was that Miami?
Yeah, it had to be.
That was the song in the background, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, Miami's
shit,
sick,
Miami
dude.
looking kind of lit,
Yeah,
yo.
Miami's dope,
Miami
bro.
looking
Get on
kind
some
of
rowboats. Get on some rowboats with some
Yeah,
hoes.
nah, I'll be
man.
Are we
canoeing.
going to Miami?
I'm
yo?
canoeing,
yeah.
all right?
Yo, if y'all like it,
Yeah.
y'all got to all apologize to me.
For what?
I apologize to Seinfeld. That's what I apologize to.
Y'all got to all apologize.
We dragged
to
this
me.
man on this
I
here
really
podcast.
should apologize to Seinfeld.
You
Yeah.
should.
You really should.
You kind of got to.
Seinfeld, I'm sorry, Aziz, fuck to you.
Wait.
What?
Okay.
This is me lashing out. No, in all seriousness.
Yo,
fuck
Bow
off.
Wow, President 2044. Count it, bruh.
Yeah.
What about some deportes? What did y'all think about what happened to my Steelers?
Son.
Did you watch the game at
I
all?
watched all the games. It was so great. I love football.
I mean, is there a
best.
single team that doesn't get better when Odell Beckham leaves? That's the takeaway.
That's what I was
right?
thinking the whole two takeaways.
Yeah.
One, my Brian put it well. Shouts to Brian. Baker Mayfield, the Browns quarterback, made himself $180 million yesterday.
Really? Oh, is he in
Because
contract here?
he's going to be eligible to be signed at the end of this year. And that's for like 2 years down the road. But they try to sign guys early because the way the salary cap usually goes up every year. So you got to pay your best players more and more every year.
Gotcha,
So it's like lock them up early.
Yep.
Baker Mayfield started playing really well the back half of this year. And then he won the Browns their first playoff game since they started their franchise again.
Against arguably the best team in the league.
Well, they were 11-0, but the whole time they were 11-0, everybody was like, they don't seem like they should be 11-0. How the fuck are they 11-0? And then they lost 4 out of their next 5 games. And they kind of got lucky to win their whatever. But who gives a fuck? If you're the city of Cleveland, we've been dying for this for 2.5 decades. This guy got us there. Pay him. I'm done. I don't care.
Yeah.
That
And he
game,
had a great game.
He had a really good game.
Yeah.
And the defense also played incredibly. I think they're going to get stomped out next week just because their offensive line is fucked. But
Why? What happened?
their offensive line is just injury after injury after injury. And really quickly to make this win even more impressive, usually teams can't conquer like our offensive line is fucking destroyed. Not only was their offensive line destroyed, their head coach had corona, couldn't coach. Their offensive line coach, along with being injured, offensive line coach was exposed, couldn't be at the game. 2 other coaches couldn't be at the game. And they still just stomped the fuck out of the Steelers. So if you're the organization, pay Baker whatever. If you're the fans, pay Baker whatever. I don't care. I'm so happy right now. I'll care about that shit next year. Just pay him.
Wow.
So he made himself 9 figures. And then Odell Beckham sat this whole year. And the second he sat, Baker started playing better.
Why do you think?
I
What
think
changes?
He just and I can remember playing football and like with your friends when you're a receiver. If you're not getting the ball, it drives you fucking crazy. I think receivers get driven so crazy because if they're having a great game, they get 8 catches out of like 60 plays. I touched the ball 8 times. He doesn't handle that well. Some receivers are like, fine, if we win, who cares? Yeah. I don't think he's like that. Yeah. I don't think he's wired like that. Maybe he'll grow up right now. He's too immature. And then he's such a spectacle at all times. As a quarterback, you're like, look, let me just force the ball to him.
Yeah.
Without even realizing he's putting that pressure on you, he's putting that pressure on you.
I think that's it actually makes it harder for a quarterback to have a star receiver because that receiver is expected to get some tosses. And so the defense is going to play harder against that receiver. So it's like you're making the job of the quarterback is like, damn, I have to get it to him, but the defense is playing the best they could against this guy. So now I either look bad that I never go to my star receiver, the receiver's upset that, yo, I ain't getting no tosses, but the defense is making it harder to get it to that guy than to get it to any other guy that they're not playing as hard.
One thing I would add is if the receiver handles it well, it's fine. Jarvis Landry is one of the best receivers in the league. He's on the Browns. He's a quiet guy.
Kind of
really
egoless, it seems.
Seems egoless.
Also, they have Kareem Hunt on a team too, right?
Yeah.
Like they have dynamic players on the team.
Backup kicker Kareem Hunt.
Oh,
that's a deep team, yo.
Hilarious. Okay. Okay. So something happens when you have a star receiver on the team. That's almost, you're saying, subconscious.
They're divas. If they're divas.
But outside of them complaining, you're saying as a quarterback, you realize that you have such talent on the team. You're like, I got to get it to him.
And they're going to fucking be in my ear if they don't. It's just so, like, I don't want it. Just here, let's get him the ball. And you have 2 seconds to make a decision. And you're probably just going to give it to the guy who's the loudest.
Do you think that a long Browns run in the playoffs, maybe they even win another game, one official playoff game they win, that sends a message to Odell, like, you're not needed, time to check your ego?
I think it could, and he said something in an interview about how Corona was actually good for him to, like, calm his brain down. So maybe being in, like, J.R. Smith was good in Cleveland. Being away from New York, being away from fucking clubbing and all that stuff, if you're that guy who loves to party, it can calm you down potentially. And now he's been in Cleveland and in quarantine. It's like, I had to live with myself. Team is doing fine without me. Maybe he comes back next year and he shuts the fuck up.
What was his injury again?
Torn ACL, I think.
Oh, he tore the ACL.
Which now you can come back from. But
fucking poor guy.
Also, the shit he would do, I loved Des Bryant, who would always complain if he didn't get the ball, but also was always with the undertone of, I just want to win. If we win, I'll shut the fuck up. I just think if you give me the ball, we'll win. I don't think Odell is like that. I don't think winning and losing means as much to him as him getting the ball. I think he'd rather have 200 yards in a loss than 40 yards or 20 yards in a win. Personally, if you're wearing $1 million watches and fucking getting your cleats autographed by Tom Brady after a loss that you wore specifically for him, it's like you're worried about all the other shit.
Yeah.
And maybe he'll grow up, but that's what I saw from him, so I think they're better off without him in that sense.
Okay, so any chance in the playoffs, the Browns, or no?
I don't think so. I would love to see it. I just don't think so. They're playing the Chiefs. For some reason, I think the Ravens are going to win. That was the one game I missed. They apparently didn't even play well, but I just think Lamar will get better. But that's crazy. The Chiefs just look so good. Offensive line is fucked. I don't know if their coach is going to be in the next game. Maybe they win. It'd be great. I just don't think you can compete with the Chiefs. They just got too much firepower. Yeah. Chiefs and the Packers look really good.
Yeah.
The Packers
have been this weird story this year because, like, I haven't like, obviously I haven't been watching that much, but like I haven't seen them promoted at all. No. But I have seen Aaron promoted.
Yes, he's going to win MVP.
He's MVP.
And he apparently is just really trusts his coach, who's like a smart guy.
Yep.
And is basically telling Aaron, like, look, just listen to me. For the first time, Aaron trusts his coach. And now I heard this stat again from Brian. I think he had Aaron Rodgers threw like 48 touchdown passes this year, which is a lot. But the team punted like 46 times. Which is just fucking mind-boggling. I'm throwing more touchdown passes
than the team
than we
punting.
punt. Me alone. And they got a good running back who scores touchdowns. That's crazy. Like, that's a ridiculous offense.
Now, and then Devontae Adams, right?
Yeah.
Has he always been this, like, star wide receiver?
I think...
Like, what happened this year?
I think Rodgers elevates all his receivers, and... I mean, they're already good, but I think Rodgers is just playing out of his mind, and that's making Devontae Adams look that much better.
Okay.
I'm not as sure about that, though, because based on last year, the Packers went like 13-3, and they got stomped the fuck out in the championship game. Nobody took them seriously.
Yeah.
So I just kind of thought it was going to be that again this year, but now I'm looking, and I'm like, oh, this shit might be different.
Okay, and what about the Rams? We believe in them or no?
I don't, but I also thought they would lose to the Seahawks, and the Seahawks did nothing against
Is
them.
it all Aaron Donald?
Yeah, man.
Is he that much of a game changer?
Yes, he is. Yes.
So if your most dominant player on your team is your quarterback and you're going up against the Rams,
that's a problem.
That is a huge problem.
Yeah.
Now, what happens when they run up against a team that can run the ball effectively?
He's still effective. He's still good against the run, but he's
he
not
can't do
like
it as much, right?
Nah, it's not. If you got a run heavy team,
Yeah.
it might be an issue. Or you at least neutralize him a little bit. But
Right.
if you're dropping back to pass a lot,
it.
he's a fucking monster. They say he's one of the best defensive players ever.
Yeah.
Like
You
he's
believe?
that level. I think one of. Some people say the, but like Lawrence Taylor is apparently. I didn't watch, but apparently just like
Yeah.
insane. Like you know how when you sack a quarterback and you swipe at the ball, that's what you do now. Nobody did that until Lawrence Taylor. He just like changed the way we do this.
Ah, okay.
He was just like, why would I sack the guy? Why
And
don't I
then
try to
get
get
a
the ball
fumble
while I'm
as
doing
well.
it? Yeah, just swipe at the ball.
Okay.
Yeah, holding it out here.
Now, I love that I'm downloading all of my football knowledge from you right now without having to like commit to this season. This is great. Okay, now did you watch the Tampa Bay game and how was Tom?
Tom looked really good.
Really?
Yeah, there was this like emergency quarterback that the Redskins signed because they cut Dwayne Haskins.
Heineke or something like that?
Heineke, he played out of his fucking mind. The kid played with like a lot of moxie. He was tough.
Moxie.
Yo, I love him.
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
moxie.
There's that great
Yeehaw.
diving quarterback. There's that great diving touchdown.
Yeah.
Him.
So I thought they played really well, and I thought this would be a team that would match up well against Brady because they got a great pass rush. They have a fucking fantastic pass rush. So I thought it's not a foregone conclusion that Tampa Bay wins this game.
And Alex Smith couldn't play because like a calf injury.
He
or
had a
something
calf
like
injury,
that?
and I also think he should just retire. He wanted to prove he could play.
He did it.
They apparently, the doctor suggested amputating his leg so he could live when he broke his ankle because it got infected.
Yeah.
He had 18 surgeries in like 24 days or something like that.
Yeah.
Like it was nuts. The whole thing was black and blue.
Yeah.
Him walking is a miracle. Him having a leg is a miracle. He just wanted to play literally to prove to his kids this is so sweet that like anything is possible.
And then just happened to get them into the fucking playoffs.
Yeah. And you did it and now retire. You're done. Please. For the love of God, retire.
But everybody says he's just like this amazing teammate.
Son,
He's just like this amazingly unselfish guy. You know, I think was in KC. He like took Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick
under his wing.
Mahomes
Yeah.
got drafted, and Alex Smith knew in a year this guy's going to replace me.
He's like, this
This
is
is
my
the guy that's
job is to
taking my
coach
job.
you up. Yeah, yeah.
And so he just coached him up. He was like, look, that's my job, but I'm not going to hold it against you. Patrick Mahomes is like, I owe that guy my career.
wow.
Like, this guy did so much for me.
that's
And then he got traded in a year, and that's what it was.
Huh.
Just like, just a fucking great guy.
Yeah.
So, yeah. If we
congrats
go to
to him.
Florida, can we go to the Tampa Bay game?
Oh, hell yeah.
If they're in the playoffs, yeah, absolutely.
Hell yeah, dude.
Oh, shit. We could go to. Wait, where?
If they're hosting a game, though, I don't think they'll be hosting a game.
Oh,
Because
really?
New Orleans, they're playing in New Orleans, and New Orleans beat the shit out of them the other two times they played. The third time seems to be different.
You know,
for a lot of
Raptors,
these
they're
teams.
putting fans in the stands.
Really?
I think so. They have like a few.
In
Yeah.
Toronto?
No, Tampa. They're not playing in Toronto because of
Really?
COVID. Yeah.
Oh, they've moved their whole thing to Tampa.
Tampa.
Whoa.
I
I
have to
didn't-
watch some games.
I didn't
bro.
know
We
that.
could do that.
I'm just saying, Heat games. We back into sports. We watch football. Life is good down south.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Y'all up here in the Hamptons drinking fucking coffee with comedians, you fucking nerds. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy your life up here, Al.
Yeah. Yeah, no free speech in New York, Al. That's on you.
Okay. So Tom looked decent.
Tom looked good to me.
Yeah.
He looked good to me.
This
Now-
is like his time, right? Now it's like
I think so. I would love to see Brady or Breeze win a ring. Rodgers, I don't know why.
Are they doing a last dance on Brady? Are they filming this
Ooh.
shit?
They I feel like now every organization has so much footage
Yeah.
on everything that
They
they
must,
could
right?
like, you know, what is it called? Quilt it together.
Right, even if without having a
The
dedicated
best,
crew.
though, would have been him with Belichick and just watching that deteriorate. But Belichick would never let that shit happen ever.
What do you
He's
mean?
such
What
like
do you
a-
mean? What do you mean?
Like if you had cameras the way they had Last Dance cameras for the Bulls last year for the Patriots, watching them try to have one last run and they don't coexist anymore. They have no relationship. Like
I bet you they got some of it though. Jerry Krause probably didn't want to see himself get ripped apart. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
they gotta
but
have some footage.
I
bro.
think Belichick had absolute authority and would have just been like,
That's
no.
the beauty of these documentaries, though, is like you can do 40% of it in just solo interviews.
yeah, it's a
Yeah.
podcast with other clips.
It's literally a podcast. All documentaries have always been a fucking podcast.
You said this before.
I think
and
I
it's
said
very
it,
true.
right?
Yeah.
Really?
And it's like after I started to put it together, because I was like, functionally, how do you now? You know when we watch a movie, you watch a TV show, you're like, how is this put together? Like, you know, I'm sure Al notices every little fucking cut in everything, right? Like he'll be like, oh yeah, they did that 3 different takes. Like we were talking about different specials and shit like that. So you'll watch it not getting lost in it, but like getting lost in like the production side of it, right? So I'm looking at like these documentaries. I think Last Dance, I was looking and I was like, oh, you could do this so easily.
And documentaries and horror movies are the 2 easiest movies to make.
Wait, why horror?
Yeah.
Like the suspense horror ones, those are super easy.
Bro,
Because
I
it's
think-
really
yeah.
just filming somebody walking in a hallway, and it's all about the music that's attached to it.
Yeah, Paranormal Activity I think was they cost like
So easy.
$18,000.
Yeah. So easy.
I think it grossed like 500 million.
So we making a movie, son. I'm not fucking around. We are making a movie.
Son,
Next
the
couple years,
music
we making a
builds up,
movie.
Horror
music
movie.
builds up, you feel the suspense, and then boom, just a quick cut to something. And that's it.
Bro, let's do a
That's
horror
just
movie,
suspense.
bro.
Are we taking this one
And
seriously or no? We're making.
So
a movie?
everything I do,
5%.
start putting respect on my name. Everything I say that we gonna do, we do.
Yeah.
And everything I say that I can do, y'all haven't proved I can.
That's a great point. I've never seen
Name
you.
one thing that y'all proved I can't.
I've never
do.
seen you not dodge a bear. That's pretty good.
Actually, have I been killed by a bear yet?
That's a great point.
How you know I haven't dodged it?
You almost got killed by some coral reef.
But did I?
Yeah.
Hey,
Almost.
hey. I bet I could breathe underwater. Before, if I said that, y'all would have never believed me.
So far you did one.
Now,
You got one water
That's
breath.
all I'm saying.
Mad water breath.
It's what it is, bro.
You
Bad
breathe
water,
underwater
bro.
one time.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Your boy out here, bro.
That's a good
I
point.
said it, I meant it. I'm Mr. If I said it, I meant it.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Yo, what if you guys are reverse psychologying me into going to the South? What if I was like 50-50 and you're like, yo, if we say Schulz won't do it,
Oh no.
guarantee he'll take us all down south. That's what you guys could be doing right now.
So now we gotta reverse
I'm
it
not
again.
even gonna try this shit. This is destiny.
Yo,
You are the heir to Seinfeld's throne.
Seinfeld didn't go down south. He went to the
I
Hamptons.
know you.
Nah, I think now.
If
he's
I
in
went to the
Florida. I think now
Hamptons,
he's
then
in
yeah.
Florida. It's cold now.
Say what?
I think
You don't
he's in
think you're gonna
Florida
end
now.
up in the Hamptons at some point in your life?
Nah.
He's not in the Hamptons right now.
I'm not a Hamptons guy.
He's
I doubt Seinfeld is in the
I'm
Hamptons.
not a Hamptons
He's
guy.
not
bro.
in the Hamptons
It's
right
not
now.
my thing. I've
You-
been out
you
to the
know
Hamptons.
he's not there,
Not my
so
vibes.
stop it.
Not my vibes. I did look at a nice little spot in Bridgehampton. Nah. In all seriousness,
Not the right peninsula.
it's not the right peninsula, bro. But
Yeah.
Florida, that's a peninsula.
Yeah.
Do you know what a peninsula is?
Water on three sides.
Do you know what an archipelago is?
Nah, that shit I don't know. Collection of islands.
Yeah, but how many officially make it archipelago?
Oh.
3.
Wrong. Al?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Mark?
7.
Wrong. 1,000.
Is that true?
Yeah, dog. Archipelago.
It just means a group of islands.
1,000 has to
up.
be 1,000.
No,
Has
it
to be
doesn't.
1,000.
No, it
So what's a
doesn't.
famous
Why don't you
archipelago?
ping how many islands it takes to make an archipelago?
Yeah, just how many islands does it take to make
What's a famous
archipelago?
archipelago? What's name one?
What's a famous archipelago?
Yep.
Yeah.
Vanavudava. That's a big one.
Son, you didn't even say this shit right. How you say it? Archipelago?
Archipelago, bro.
Yeah.
Well, everything's archipelago then.
Yeah. The Earth.
Manhattan, Staten Island. Mm-hmm. That's archipelago. We live in archipelago. Come on now, man. Y'all are crazy. You know what I mean? Don't be crazy.
Sandbar, a reef.
That's
Is
it.
that
Like,
counts?
stop it. It needs to be 1,000 islands. Makes it an archipelago.
That's a sauce.
Son, I'll look it up right now.
You're talking about a sauce the whole time. You fucking idiot.
Let's get the archipelago sauce in that salad.
It's a salad
get
dressing,
this.
bro. You're talking about a salad
How you
dressing.
spell it?
Ranch.
ARCHIPE.
It's an island chain cluster of at least 1,000 islands.
You're talking about a restaurant. You're talking about a chain of restaurants.
Look at it. Got to be 1,000 islands to make an archipelago.
Arca.
Arca.
How many islands? That's a lot of islands.
Arca is a Greek suffix.
Yep.
A prefix. Okay. Arca,
Yeah.
that means 1,000.
Oh, yeah. It does.
Right? Architecture.
Yes, exactly.
1,000
textures.
textures.
1,000 textures. Yeah.
Yeah, 1,000 different textures to make an apartment.
Yes.
Think of other things. Other things.
Arches National Park.
Arch.
1,000 arches
Not 1,000 arches, but
Golden.
1,000 degrees,
around, and that makes a
and
1,000.
that makes it into
There's
a
about
pelago.
1,000 McDonald's.
Yep, the
Right.
golden arches.
Golden arches.
Uh-huh.
Also, everything's an island. Why are we acting like we're not an island? Like we're an island.
Every man's
America's
an
an
island.
North America's an island. Everything's an island.
Yeah.
So like,
Now that we cut off the fucking canal.
gang. Gang.
Yeah, we're all
All right, yo. So y'all bugging. Y'all don't obviously know what archipelagos are at all.
Yeah,
and
there
you
was
can't even
one
name three.
story that quickly interests me a little bit. So Nicki Minaj had to agree to pay Tracy Chapman $450,000 for a copyright suit
Whoa.
Which
because
song
she
was it again?
used
Living in a fast car.
she just used a sample in a song that she never released. It was actually just for like a mixtape. I think she gave it to a radio station, but she never actually released or profited off of this song. But Chapman came after her and she agreed to settle and pay $450,000.
Well, how do we know that she never profited off of the song?
She never released it. She never put it in any body of work.
So how did
I thought you
Tracy
said she
Chapman
was
know
it was
hers?
in a mixtape.
No, it was played on the radio. So she gave it to Flex who played it on the radio.
One time, 2 times?
Nah, I mean, she just gave him the song. Like, what Flex does with the song after that is not on her.
Right, but you could make the argument that like that song generated revenue for her because people listen to that song and they were like, "Oh, I really like her. I want to go to her
Nicki
concerts. I'm gonna buy her other stuff." It'd be like, for example, if we put out we put out a YouTube video or something like that with music on it, right? And that YouTube video generated like millions of views and millions of subscribers for us, and then we profited off of the other stuff.
Yeah, but they come for us for that one video, and it's like they either take it down or we demonetize it, but they can't demonetize all your other shit.
That's true. But I think that if we used, I understand what you're saying. I just think if we use one video that had music in it to like help build up all our other shit,
but
then,
we can do that and demonetize it.
Yeah, I know, and it kind of is. I know it's weird. That's an interesting.
And that's what I'm saying. This sets like a crazy precedent because every mixtape that rappers have,
oh shit,
have samples in it.
That's a good ass point.
So
bro.
now if she does this, she settles for this case. Now everybody can come after everybody.
I didn't think about that.
Tracy Chapman looked like she played cornerback.
I was thinking she looked like Maya Angelou.
Bruh,
You know why the Cage Bird
you
sing?
use that
That's better.
450, go to Dr. Miami, bro. She need to go to Nikki's doctor immediately. Living in a fast car.
But yeah, that's crazy.
Give me one reason to stay here. That's the only one I know.
And I turn right back around. That's how you know you ugly. When your man left you and you're just like, give me one reason to stay. Please, I'll turn around. I'll do anything. Let's not break up. Please. Tracy. Damn, yo, $500,000.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You think she ever gets that money?
Yeah.
You think it's one of those like settlements? Apparently there's weird things where like you could settle but then never have to pay them
You
the
just
money.
drag it out apparently and like appeal after appeal or whatever, something like that.
Or you appeal or like,
really?
isn't there like some OJ thing? Like, didn't he lose?
I thought you
He
could
lost a civil
counter
suit for sure.
Yeah, he lost a civil suit.
Did he not pay it?
And I don't think he paid it because I think he said that he didn't have any money. Like,
I
and then he lived in Florida and they couldn't seize his assets in Florida.
But I mean, we know Nikki has the money. She can't really say that.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Damn.
And then once you settle, it's like, I thought you can do that if you countersue or some shit like that. Then it just keeps prolonging it. But once you settle, it's like, hey, I'm agreeing to pay this money.
I mean, I would honestly really want to hear this song, but I don't want Tracy coming for us. Like, this is a dangerous
That shit
thing.
not play, bro. That's a fast ass young girl right there, bro. It's a fast car ass young girl. She's crazy.
Give me one reason to stay here. That song slaps.
No, she got bangers.
She does, dude.
got
She's
bangers,
a
bro.
talented ass artist.
Gender neutral.
She might be gender nooch.
Yeah, artist.
She might be gender nooch.
Artist.
For real though, dude. What's
Do we
her
wanna
40
do-
time?
Do we want to do Feelings No Facts?
Yeah, let's do feelings, no facts. Real
All right,
quick, and then we oughta.
Real quick, Boozy Badass created a contest to help pay $1K if you can fit all 10 of his toes in your mouth.
That's disgusting.
How much?
And this are his feet.
Wait, how much?
$1K.
Yo, son, look at his left big toe. Looks like a gerbo gene.
Yeah.
Wait. Does he have an anklet? Let me not talk shit about Boozy Badass.
His right foot is solid. It's a solid
Yeah, his right foot got solid foot. Now, if he put his feet on top of each other,
Yeah, if you
I
got-
think you could suck all 10.
If you can make a sandwich out of it?
Sandwich the feet. Yes.
Can you even fit 5?
I think you could have a nice little pumpernickel bread sandwich with those feet.
Yeah. yeah. That's a sourdough.
I think there are girls that can fit a lot in their mouth, dude.
Wait, is it only girls?
Oh, shit.
Oh, that's true.
That one combo with Tyson got him open-minded.
I know.
That's funny.
Tyson could do it too.
Yeah, so I was going to offer a contest of a female asshole. If they could fit all 5 of my beautiful toes in their mouth, we would pay them $100. But now I'm regretting that. Because
Why?
You're making it seem like it's super easy. I thought that would be a difficult task.
And
I
I
want to engage the...
don't think you do it for difficulty. I think you do it so you can get your feet in someone's mouth.
This would be way
Right.
funnier if it was like Miles or somebody. Like, not if it's a girl. Like, somebody needs to be made uncomfortable here.
Yeah.
Either you by a man sucking your toes,
Yeah.
or Miles.
Yes.
By second, or
Let's
both.
do
ideally.
both.
Oh,
You would let Miles put
No,
your
Mark would.
Wait, what?
What?
Why am I in
That's
this?
his man.
What are you talking about?
Nah, dude. I don't know. Mark does have little ass feet. You could probably fit them.
Actually, you know
Bro, you
what?
put my whole
I
foot
think
in there, bro.
it has to be Drew because he
Little
has the
baby
ugliest
ass
feet of all of us.
Whoa!
Wait, what was that?
Shots fired.
I think it has to be you because you have the ugliest feet of all of us.
Oh,
I have yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
oh, really?
my
you
left-
heard that, Akaash? You
My
admit it.
left foot.
Nah.
If we're looking at both feet together,
Yeah.
No, Akaash has the
They
ugliest
can
feet.
suck my toes from out that door.
Honestly,
Right there, just like
Akaash
that.
has by far the ugliest feet.
yeah. I think
There's
your
no
feet
question.
average out to be like mid.
Yeah.
You remember
Because-
that toy as a kid, that sword that you did like that? That's my toes. If I do that, you just shoot 10
It's a
feet further.
retractable. It's a pointer.
It's like
bro?
it's like
It's
Spidey
a
webs.
lightsaber.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what thing?
Shit. How do you get?
Are
How
you
do you
talking
buy
about
Toy
like a-
lightsabers as a kid that you did
Oh
that.
yeah,
and
but
shit.
like the little the stick that Al got beaten by. That's Akash's feet. So Akaash has the most structurally flawed feet. My left foot has been through some stuff, and I have a bunion. My right foot is fine.
that shit got PTSD, bro.
It got a lot.
That
bro.
left foot.
it
is-
got
a lot. It's
yeah,
bad.
Your
the
right
Chinese
foot ain't even
woman,
good.
bro.
That's the one you fucked up, right?
No,
Surfing.
my right foot's okay. My left foot
Which one you
is
fuck up surfing?
left foot as well.
That shit
My
took all
left
the
foot
abuse.
is fucking. My left foot look like Bow Wow should have a party on it, bro. My left foot is struggling. What happened?
Yo, Al's wild, bro.
What happened? You got his feet out
I
already?
was gonna make this contest interesting.
Bro, you gotta show the
Hey,
bro.
it's a
Put it on the
content
camera.
game out here, man.
Put it on the camera.
It's a content game.
Hold
out
on.
here.
Al painted his toenails.
Nah, there'll be context for it later.
No.
White. Ain't no context.
Nah, there'll be context.
No.
Why'd you paint your toes?
Why'd you
The
have
same-
that
the
later?
Same reason why fucking Mark painted his nails at one time because
And
he
we
was just
climbed
fucking
over that
around with
shit.
his girl and he was bored.
But what's going
But
on?
why
How
are
you
all
finna
yours
ruin-
painted perfectly and
Yeah.
you have a white pedicure? You have a white
He
pedicure.
ruining feet for me.
What the
Son.
fuck is
I
wrong
don't
with you?
appreciate this,
The
yo.
fact that you can make fun of me about anything during this podcast
Son.
while you have a pedicure.
The whole time?
Are
you had
we
a
trying to
pedicure?
take this shit to the next level
Bro,
or what?
But at what cause?
Yo, son,
at what cause, bro?
How ready is Al from Miami? This guy got his feet done. This guy been waiting to go to Miami the whole time.
Like,
You thought. You fucking thought.
Yeah.
Why you got feet like Mandy? Your feet look
Wait,
like
no.
Mandy, bro.
Stop,
Real talk. You got Mandy's feet.
Oh, so I have beautiful feet is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't
okay.
say nothing wrong
Oh,
with
all
it.
right, all right, cool.
Yo,
Yeah.
honestly, Al, what is going on?
I'm trying to take this to the next
These
level.
guys
son.
ruining feet for me.
But what does he mean take to the
Bro.
next level? What level do you want to take?
Yeah.
What level? Where are
trying
we
to-
going?
Hey,
with
You know
your
how
feet
many
painted?
people are tuning in for my feet right
Bro,
now?
he's trying to advance on RuPaul right now,
Millions.
bro. This shit is.
Millions.
What did you ask me to say? I didn't hear what you said.
He's on RuPaul. He looks like he's about to be RuPaul.
Yo, are you drag racing, bro?
Drag race?
That's what they're gonna be doing to you in the South when they see them
No,
fucking
wow.
Yo, for real, Al? I cannot believe you got painted toes, bro, to
Yeah.
go with your outfit. You got
Oh,
a pedicure to
shit.
go with your
So
outfit.
that shit
That's
do
even
match your
worse,
under
bro.
hoodie.
Have
mean,
you
white
have
goes
you
with
showed the
everything.
assholes your fucking feet,
I
bro?
did. They saw it.
Yo, why? I feel bad that we made Al so comfortable he was willing to do that at the end of the whole
paint his
podcast.
feet.
That shit bothers me, yo.
I mean,
I'm going on Instagram
secure,
right now.
son.
You're
I'm
saying this
secure.
is on Instagram?
What
No, no,
did?
no.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, for Boosie, yeah.
No,
For you,
your feet.
Oh no, it's not on Instagram. What the fuck are you talking about?
What did we do that made Al feel like he could tell us this information?
Son, you had painted nails
This
2
is
months
worse.
ago.
This
Son.
is definitively worse.
His were like pink and black
Worse.
and shit.
Nah.
Worse.
Yeah, what you did is definitively
Oh, well.
worse.
Yeah, definitively worse.
Yo,
I'll
bro,
take that.
That
we're
shit is
taking your white
definitive.
card,
I'll
dog.
take
Yeah.
that.
Uh-huh.
You take it.
Yo, we're taking your white card from you,
Damn,
bro.
so y'all can't
Yo.
croc punch me anymore.
You're not invited to the
I don't know what
fucking
y'all call that shit.
peanut butter and jelly sandwich on the counter. Is that the white version?
Is that
of
our
the
cookout?
What is the white cookout?
Huh?
No, we got
Pick
apple.
the white
Go
cookout.
outdoor dining, motherfucker. That's why we going down south.
Yeah.
We want to indoor dine.
Indoor.
Nah,
dining.
Come on, bro.
White cookout is picnics. We all know
Oh shit. Yeah, we
I
are.
ain't really picnic kind of guy, bro. I'll be honest.
that.
What do you mean? What? What do you mean?
Let's wrap this one up.
No, what? It's a picnic thing.
Nah, just the way you said it. Some people say it. The word derived from pick a.
Yeah, that's just not true.
No, that shit's not
We
true.
proved that
yeah,
not
it's
true.
not. But then when you say it like that, it's a little,
How did he say it?
picnic.
Whoa.
Yeah, that sounds a little crazy.
Picnic?
Whoa.
Whoa,
That's
see?
We
crazy.
gotta beep this out.
Yeah, that's
We
what
gotta
I'm
beep
saying.
this
I'm
out.
trying to help
To
the
say
man.
the word picnic.
In
Well,
that
yeah.
jacket?
Jeez.
Bruh, you can't be saying that shit in that jacket.
get
Son,
up.
I'm gay. I'm out here, son.
Let's
I'm
go join the
blooded.
party,
I mean, I'm
baby.
crippled.
Ow.
I'm crippled. You know what I mean? Yo, y'all are crazy, bro. I'm going to Florida without y'all, man. What's a good neighborhood in Florida? Yo, assholes, help us out, man. We need to get some. We need to get some spot. We gonna get
yeah, let's do it.
We're gonna rent Al a room in a fucking Cuban's backyard.
Nah.
We can give you a, what do they call it? A stable? What is that shit called?
Nah, where's the gay area?
What?
No, it's like Cubans always have like a house next to their house where their kids live.
Really?
Yeah, it's called extension or something.
I don't know.
Anyway,
Annex?
Cubans, let us know.
I never heard of that shit.
Yeah, that's how they do it. Keep it in the fam. Yeah, dig? All right. Was that it?
Yep.
All right, assholes, let us know, man, where we trying to go. Let us know where we trying to go. I'm going to make one more phone call, and then we're out of here.
Oh, who are you calling?
I don't like when he does this.
Oh, yeah.
You guys will see.
This makes me nervous.
This might be the deciding factor.
Oh, no.
You should have gave me the number. I could have called it on the computer.
Hello?
Oh, hello, Truffle.
What up?
Truffle, you're on the Flagrant 2 podcast right now.
Jesus Christ.
Now,
Right.
are you sniffing out some locations for us to live currently?
Yeah, with you, it's deep 2 hours outside of.
Come on, bro. Stop it.
Have you said?
Stop
have
it.
you said the location?
Stop
yet,
doing.
Though? Is this a
Stop
secret?
doing it. You're doing it again. Stop doing it.
Continue.
Are we going to Florida or are we going to Texas?
I want to go to Florida.
Let's go, baby.
Yes, Dub.
Let's go.
Yo, so there
Dub,
are-
you just got here, yo.
The you, baby.
Relax.
Nah.
Yo,
Nah.
Dub. So we're looking to maybe lean towards Florida in the current moment.
Yep.
Obviously, the guys are haters. They say that I'm a hypocrite because I gave Seinfeld so much shit for leaving New York, but acting like New York was the best, and that's exactly what I'm doing right now. And we're not. So I gotta apologize to Seinfeld if we end up going to Florida.
You should, but you know what's more important than apologizing is you getting a tan on that pasty skin. So Florida needs you.
Mm-hmm.
New York was sketch too. From this LA guy, I say, you guys have work to do. Austin, Texas has work to do.
Mm-hmm.
Florida's it.
That's so Jewish, dog, to send us all to Florida in the winter.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, this
Think
call was
about it.
rigged.
You
man.
guys can design a set and we can all make it Floridized with palm trees, birds of
Now
paradise.
he's going.
Yeah.
Now
Confederate
he's-
flags.
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going, you fucking Truffle. Keep going. This is what I like.
Guys, it's 2 hours from you.
Yep.
Mhm.
East Coast, same timing.
Yep. Same time zone is important.
All right, Dub, you're really flopping
Yeah.
right now, bro. You're so much
Is
more
Dub
fun in
coming?
person. So much more fun in person. Yeah, Dub will probably end up
Yo,
coming.
Dub, shouts for being edited out of this podcast.
Yeah, we're going to chop this whole
It's
shit.
supposed to be a funny thing. Well, if you called me an hour ago, I was on 90s hip hop Peloton, so I thought that would have been.
That would have been kind of
fun
fire.
thing to do.
That would have been
You guys-
absolutely fire, bro. We would have loved that.
Yeah, that would
That
be great.
fat
No, but-
fucking
but-
body
but
of
for
yours.
real, I'm still searching. Are all the guys coming?
Yeah, I think we're all going.
What's
Okay.
my travel stipend?
I hate you. Bye.
Wow.
Wow. Guys, thank y'all so much. We love you. We appreciate you. If you have any tips about Austin or Miami area, again, it doesn't have to be like downtown Miami. It could be the Miami area. We're definitely down to live a little outside of it to have.
I'll be in it, yo. Downtown, amongst the people. Mad indoor dining.
Nah,
By
let's
the
go
beach.
north.
Oh, yeah,
It's
yeah.
a couple hours north.
Right by the beach.
Yeah.
Orlando.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here.
Akash really gonna be the most Miami when we go down there, dude.
Oh my
He's gonna
gosh.
start speaking with an accent and shit like that. What do they call it? Chongas? What is that? What they call the girls out there? That's the
know.
Cuban girls, right?
Yeah.
Chongas. Yeah, you can go full chonga, bro.
I can't wait.
I'll be right
Yeah.
with you, son. I'll never have all my buttons on my shirt.
Oh, Al gonna be so
Oh,
Latino, bro.
I can't wait.
He's gonna be so Latino.
can't
Now
wait.
he can't wait. Now he really want to
Bro,
go.
he was
go.
5% this
I'm
morning.
so
He was 5% this morning.
Yeah, I'm down. Fuck it, let's go. Shit.
All right, hey, Flagrant 2. Honestly, for real, asshole army. If y'all know what we should do, if you're any like realtors or anything down there, you can help us out in these situations. Obviously, we like to go to the asshole army first. You know, if we can put some money in your pocket, we'd love to do that. Just
The
let us
area
know.
with the most Michelin star restaurants nearby for New Yorker Andrew Schulz. king of the city. Putting the East Coast back on the map. Both ends. Top and bottom.
Bi-coastal, bro. We're bi-coastal.
Yo, that's what we do out here, yo. Can we
Yeah.
not take over the whole coast? Y'all just want one place?
Yeah.
Hey,
We
bro.
gotta take over the whole world.
Hey,
like
might as
that.
well go west then.
You know what I'm saying? We gonna get there
No.
when that shit open up. You know what I'm saying?
We're like the settlers, you know what I mean?
Once
Like,
it opens up,
we'll
we're
go
gonna
that
do
way.
it. It is what it is. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Also, yo, listen, guys, we got a Patreon episode, as you guys know, every single Friday. Patreon.com/flagrant2. Appreciate y'all so much for making that #1 comedy Patreon in the world. So we'll see you on Patreon for another wild episode. And we love you. We appreciate you. And God bless.